walked into a coffee shop. It's waiting for me. Over on the counter, what did I see? Cup of coffee for Susie B.
All right. Hey, Cockroach, can you hear me? Okay, I can hear it. I can hear, but I can't hear. Thank you. Thank you for the like. It is 9:53 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is 90 degrees out right now. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh. Uh, it is crazy, crazy weather. So it's been a little warm to do some yard work, but I think I'm gonna do some yard work tomorrow. I was busy today trying to set up my games, and you had a storm last night, Cockroach. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Is everything okay? Was there lightning, thunder? Do you guys get earthquakes over there? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the topography over there or the geology. What is that called? If you have any like, what is it, tectonic plates out in your neck of the woods? I'm not sure if there's any sliding going on in the earth over there. But yes, you're good. Sweet. Thank you for your #1 like. I really liked your video early this morning. Before I went to bed, I was trying to catch up with some of my some videos of some of my creators that I subscribe to, and I was trying to catch up, and I ran across yours. That was really nice. I know you had broadcasted that video in the past, but you did a new one with that same video, but it's specific segment of it. And that woman singing, although we couldn't hear her singing, I was mesmerized by her dress. The bling on her dress was just gorgeous. And then when she turned and looked at you and she gestured, "Come dance with me." Hey, what happened? What happened? Your video, yeah. Uh, you had a lap dance. You did not. Yes, you have bad earthquakes. You had lightning and thunders also. Ah, that's awesome. Hey, Isaac, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. I'll open up the panel here in a bit if you're gonna still stick around. Uh, I will, Isaac. Just give me a second. Cockroach, that video was just it was really nice, and the music was really cool. The prior video to that, I know you've had several other videos since then, but the one on the boat where you started off with the scenery on the boat, that was very captivating. And that first song, okay, that first song, I was like, oh, this is leading up to something, and then it just kind of mellowed out throughout the video, and I was like waiting for something, a punch, like some drums, and like like a high point of the music. But you ended up just mellowing it out through your video, and which was very, very, very enjoyable. I enjoyed that video, but it was really good. It was really, really good. You replaced the track because it was a copyright. Oh, and you should have seen the other video, "Party on the Cruise." This time, a Thai woman was shy and dancing like crazy, charging towards you. I want to see that footage. You're welcome. Yes. That was a drone catcher. That was beautiful. It was perfect. The music was perfect for the beginning of that video. Like it was made for that video. It was just uh, I was pulled in by it. The music and the view. It was really nice. Really really nice. Yeah yeah I like it. I really liked it. So let me put up some links here. I'll put up a link if anyone wants to join the panel. Please be someone that we know. If I don't know you, I'm not even gonna entertain it. I'm just going to just not even say anything. You won't be allowed up on the panel. But yeah, here's the link, and I'll go ahead and pin it. YouTube removed the video? What? What was it? The woman charging you? Hey Isaac, how you doing? I was watching you. You started playing a game yesterday, and it was like a minute video, or if that.
I got like demotivated. I was like,
Oh,
I just turned it off. But yeah, it's Skyrim.
Yeah.
I was playing the dragon game.
uh-huh.
So,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I do like it, but I got demotivated. But I've been playing it a lot. Like I've been playing for 3 hours straight, but I just got demotivated. I turned it off. That's funny. You saw it.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, I did. I saw it. I was like, oh, let's go over there. He's gaming.
Yeah.
So
I
and
don't
I
know.
watched
I
it.
lost it.
No, that happens. I was playing pinball earlier, and I actually got some of the Marvel pinball, and I was gonna go play, and I thought, no, you know, I'm gonna go live instead. I'll play later or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do that tomorrow because
It might also
3
might be-
hours.
Wait, what? 3 hours?
I mean, 3 hours of gameplay. That's kind of enough for the day, unless
Oh,
it's
yeah.
something that you just can't walk away from.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I feel it. 3 hours is a lot. If you're gaming, you stream for 3 hours, you're a boss.
Yeah, shoot, I've gamed for 9 hours straight.
Jeez.
Actually, probably longer. And my hubby's worried about me. He goes, "You should probably not sit there too long like that." I'm like,
No, it's good for
"Okay."
you. It's creativity. It's like imagination. You get to puzzle
That's
solve.
right. That's right. It was puzzle solving. It was exercising the brain. I mean,
It does.
it wasn't
Elon
doing
Musk
anything.
says everyone should game. He's like, I game and I'm a smart
Yeah.
thinker. He's like, I think it makes it work.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not good to do that every day. I think for the
Yeah.
body, because you get sore and stiff eventually.
Yeah, you might need to balance it out with real life stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But that was fun. I found that pinball game, and it was neat. It looked great. It had a bunch of bells and whistles, lights and noises and cool things, and I like that. It's like a slot machine.
Yeah. That might be what got me into it. I used to love pinball. I
Yeah,
like slots.
they have a Marvel slots pinball now, where all the characters are actually on the pinball machine, like interacting with your game, and it's just I want to play it, but I've already played enough today, and I'll play
Oh.
it tomorrow. Maybe
So
after some.
I was in Denver for a while,
Uh-huh.
and they had a bar, and it was called the Barcade. So a bar arcade, barcade.
Uh-huh.
Really fun. And they had pinball in there, and they had all the Street Fighter. And I'd go in there, I'd drink like 2 beers. I'd skateboard at the skate park for like 4 hours, and then I would go skateboard like a half mile down the street, and that's where the arcade was. But it was an adult arcade. Yeah.
Oh.
So pinball, you buy your beer. One night I took those little magical squares, and I went there. It
Oh, nice.
was so fun.
That would have made gaming so much more colorful.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know how I drove home that night, but I did.
Cockroach loves your beard, he says. He says he loves
Oh,
your beard.
awesome. Oh, let me pull up chat. I forgot. I get really tuned into the conversation, you guys. Sorry.
No, and he also says, thank you, Cockroach. You like the new video games? Yeah,
Oh.
this is what I do when I disappear. I go off into the game land.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know Call of Duty's a little different, but you ever play that?
I have it. Yeah, I do. But, you know, I try to do the join other members, And I was out there on the field, and like some sniper came out and would just kept sniping me, and I'm like, what the heck? And then
That's
I
me.
just realized there's a lot of cheats. You don't use
Oh,
cheats,
that's
do
true
you?
too. I'll join some lobbies, yeah, and it makes me pretty mad because they're cheating. But they
Yeah.
fixed it. They fixed most of it. They tried to update it so that you can't do it. There's a few ways around it, but there's
Yeah.
less.
There's still a few ways around it. I was researching that
Yeah.
actually the
If
last
you
couple
pay
of months.
enough money, there's a way around it.
Yeah, there was a guy paid up to $250
Exactly.
euros, and he was using a see through the wall cheat where it shows the game player where your opponents are at through the walls, and it has like a highlighted red or green
It'll
or
be
yellow,
like a
red or
yellow,
Yeah.
red, green. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. And that's
and
like it ruins the game for everyone else, and it doesn't. It's not fun to cheat. Like when you're
no.
cheating, how is that fun? It ruins it.
Well, these guys are doing it for clout for their channels, or they're doing it to enter tournaments and winning big money. You could win hundreds
that makes
of
more
thousands of
sense.
dollars.
That kind of clears it up.
Yeah, so they're doing that to get up in the ranks. They're cheating. Then when
Like
they get there,
bots.
yeah, and then when they get
Makes
there,
sense.
they get called out, and then they cheated their whole way up there. And one of them, there's actually a whole segment of videos on they caught cheaters, and you watch some of those
in big tournaments. I've seen that video. I've seen it.
Yes. Was it the tournament where they were doing it for charity for St. Jude's, and they actually won and let them win?
I don't remember which one I saw. I can't remember that much.
Yeah.
I just know I've seen it. Like it's real.
Yeah.
Like
it was two young men, well, older, probably in their late 20s, no, probably early 30s or something, but they actually won, and they got caught cheating, and then they didn't penalize them or nothing. So
wow.
I don't know.
There was a big hoax where the guy was using a chess engine to make every move in a chess tournament for like 10,000. He got caught and they took it away from him.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't.
It should be a legal thing. It should be fraud, and it should be like embezzlement on some level.
Yeah, sure.
But he got away with it. It just got, you can't come back. But he didn't get in trouble.
Yeah, so like if you're in those games, and I felt like I was hiding real good in what's that game that you brought up first? The shooting game? Yeah, Call of Duty. Oh. Call of Duty. And just sneaking around a corner, and boom, I got sniped, and I was like, man, this isn't even fun. I just kind of wanted to. I hadn't even learned my weapon yet. I was still trying to figure out how to shoot, how to
so hard.
slide.
Like, even if no one's cheating, it's going to be a very hard game to adapt to because everyone has been playing their whole life.
Right.
I've been playing Call of Duty since 13 years old.
Oh wow!
So I know I could snipe a person instantly from the other side of the wall without any hacks. Yeah, like I'll.
Okay.
But there is a chance. I'm just saying, if you want, like, if I told my dad, hey, let's start playing Call of Duty, it would take him like 4 months to be able to even compete because people are so good. I think.
Yeah. See, and I wasn't really trying to compete. I just was trying to learn the controls, and I don't know if there's an option on there to play just against bots, because that would have been easier for me.
Yeah, there's not bots, but you can play against zombies, or so it'll like track your aim. You'll get your movement down, and you're playing against only the zombies, and you'll buy weapons from the wall. You'll have to unlock areas, and you'll have to like buy weapons from a crate where you get random weapons. It's really fun, and it'll teach you how to aim and react fast.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a lot of subjects out there. We don't got to go all gaming.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Because I've just been gaming lately.
I don't want to overtake it. But I love gaming. I can talk about all.
Yeah. I actually like watching gamers play, and if it's a game that's exciting to me and it's interesting, and the person who's playing, the woman or man, if they're like exciting to watch too, because they get into it and it's fun to see their reactions to things, and then if they make it interesting, I'll stay. But if it's kind of boring and they're just like blah, I probably won't stick around for very long, even if it's a game that I like. But I do like watching I like watching people play games that I haven't played to see if I want to get it or not. That's my whole reason.
Me too. So the Oblivion remastered, you heard of it?
Oblivion. That sounds familiar.
It's Elder Scrolls. They made Skyrim.
Uh-huh.
So they redid a 2005 game.
Uh-huh.
So I was 10 years old and that came out, and
Yeah.
they remade it into HD, and I downloaded it, bought it, and my computer can't even run it. It's not good enough.
Oh, wow.
So they made it that good. It's so HD that my computer can't run it.
Cockroach says he had an online game on a video shorts a few months ago, and he called it Kinky Games. People loved it, especially guys from Russia. Hi, Josie. She just came
That's
in.
funny. Well, I don't know what exactly it means, but
He says, I'm getting new ideas for my new videos, and he's laughing. I would name them Call of Booty. Sorry, I will behave. Call of Booty. Oh my God, there's a whole segment in the games for adults. Okay, so if you go into like a certain streaming program, they have a whole list of games that are not allowed to be played on their platform. And I was like, oh, well, what games are these? It was totally like XXX games. Like I didn't even know this stuff existed. It was like X-rated stuff that you could do in games. And it had a whole list, and I'm like, holy! It just gave you a whole list of all these games to go look for, pretty much.
That's a trip.
If you're,
I imagine they're out there, but I've never heard of it or seen one.
Oh my! If I showed you this list, your jaw would drop to the floor. You would be like, "What? This exists?"
I'm out.
Yeah, no,
that's freaky.
I was like, "No way, this stuff exists." And it what software company makes this stuff? But there are
exactly. Which software company out there is doing this? Yeah,
it's interactive rated X video games.
I agree.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Call of Duty and yeah,
that's a funny ass thought.
I saw a guy playing Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy in VR mode, and I was like, "Whoa, where did he get that?" And he's like,
"Yeah, that sounds."
He had the game playing on the screen, but he had the virtual reality headset on.
Yeah, you could do
and
that.
He was walking through the game, and he was like interacting with it, and you could see it behind him. The game. I was like, "Well, that'd be a different experience playing that."
Yeah. I should have looked into that. I was gonna buy a new PC, but I ended up just like I saved up like $900 because I was trying to get a PC. And I want like a $2,000 or $3,000 PC though. And then I was like, I've been buying so much weed that I'm down to like $400.
Oh yeah, so you gotta balance it out. it's
but I gamble.
Okay.
I gamble smartly, but that's how I got it in the first place.
Yeah.
So, but I've made like I won $1,200 off 25 cents. Crazy, right? And
that's good.
That is huge. And so I did. I gave it to my mom. I only withdrew for like the last month and a half on weed, and I still have like 400. So it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You should just grow it yourself. It saves you a lot of money.
I know, but we rent, and I live with the family. It's just so complicated.
Oh, you can't. You don't have that luxury of that privacy.
We rent, and I live in my parents' garage. I don't have my own. No, I don't have that freedom.
So in California, you can grow your own, right?
Yeah, if I'm renting, it's more. There's a little bit more about it. Like you're gonna have to make sure it's okay, all this shit, if you're renting. But that's why I don't do it.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Yeah. I gave up on that a long time ago. It was just I didn't need it. I didn't need it for anything. So I actually grew it myself, and was just like, okay, I did that, been there, done that, and shoot, I grew enough to last me 4 years. So it's just like it just sits there, and unless I need it for medicine or something, or if I really need it for cramps or pain or.
Yeah, for me it's mental because I went to a coma. You probably remember, but it feels like my brain doesn't make as many chemicals as it's supposed to or oils. So the weed compensates when I smoke it. I feel like my brain's a little more in tune, like oil in an engine that needs it.
Yeah,
that's the main thing I like weed for. And also, I'll wake up every morning from intense dreams, every morning. I'll sleep for like 5-6 hours, wake up from intense dreams. The
Mhm.
only way I can go back to sleep is if I smoke weed, or the dreams will be so intense I have to just get up and not go back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's so intense. Like it's like I live in another world.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
eventually you're gonna have to live in this world, because
yeah, it sucks
we
because like
can't live in Fantasyland all the time.
exactly, I don't want to, but I'm saying
Yeah.
when I sleep and I dream, it's automatic. There's
Yeah.
no going around it. I have to be in that dimension. I have to dream. I can't say I just want to black out and sleep. No, I don't get to. I have to dream. It's automatic. It
It's
sucks.
nice. Dreaming is nice. It's
It does, but it gets tiring because I don't ever black out. So I wake up and I live my life, and then I go to sleep and I live another life, and then I wake up and I live. I never get to sleep actually. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I never
Yeah.
actually get to sleep because I always am dreaming.
Mhm.
It
Cockroach
sucks.
says Cockroach says you're blessed. You came back from a coma. Very few people hardly make it. He says he lost his mom being in a coma for 17 days, and he lost her. I'm sorry,
Sorry to hear
Cockroach.
that, cockroach. I will say this: the doctors don't know how I made it out. They said I shouldn't be able to see, and I give it to God. That's it. And I was praying to God for 10 hours before I went into the coma. I was so afraid that this was it. This is the end. That I was praying to
Yeah.
God, and then
Hmm.
I passed out and I woke up. But I did dream. I went out of body. I dreamt I saw beings. I was overlooking the whole earth from a house from space, and I jumped back to my body after I was looking from the house over space. So I think there's another side. I wouldn't be too worried about where that soul goes or why. I think there's
Yeah.
an order to this. I think
Hmm.
that other side is ready and waiting for us. In my
Right.
opinion, they're waiting for us and they know we're coming.
I agree. Totally agree. It's just I think the fear comes from being attached to the shell that we inhabit this in this lifetime,
Yes,
and
very much.
it's we're so used to smelling, tasting. You
Sure.
can't say seeing because you can see right through your eyelids in some
Yeah.
instances, but loving. Well, love is there. Love will be there, always there. But these things that we take for granted with their bodies that we inhabit, it's I think it's the fear of detaching from the body is where I think all the fear comes from that a lot of people don't realize, and that's really the fear is leaving the shell that you've lived in your whole life that you're used to. So
I agree. I mean, like the fear of death in the Bible that keeps us bound. So it's like, and they read it as like Jesus apparently through his words apparently freed
mhm.
them from the fear of death, which has bound man for since the beginning of time. And that is like the separation between you pass on and you have to leave this vessel and go on to another vessel.
Mhm. Yeah, we're just like we're everlasting battery, this inhabiting this housing. We're the core. But yeah, that's the gaming thing that I've just been gaming lately and trying to relax from everything, and just what I've been doing with my time lately. Apparently, there was a military jet flying over Arizona, through Arizona. We do have we have an Air Force base out here, and they hit something in the air, and they think it was a drone, but it was in the news, and they're calling it a drone. They think it was a cartel drone, but that's what they're saying. So, hey Johnny, how you doing? That's the latest news here in Arizona that was broadcasted this evening on the television. So, how you doing, Johnny? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Are you still eating hot peppers, Johnny? Are you still eating those chilies? Poor thing, you got to be recovering for all those videos of eating hot chilies. Hey, DJ Gross, how you doing? Good to see you. So this is Isaac up on the panel. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Isaac. He's been through here. He comes through every now and then, but he's got his own channel. He does a lot of different things, music, and he talks about a lot of things that are phenomenal and Kind of. He likes to brainstorm, so he does a lot of brainstorming.
Yes.
That's Isaac.
Yeah, my mom came in. I was talking to her real quick.
Oh, that's fine.
She's being really nice. Pretty cool.
Oh, you stopped flying your drone, Cockroach, because of the war going on over there, huh? Yeah, that's probably smart. Johnny says another few months and you'll be back to eating peppers again, Johnny. Just got platinum trophy on Lego Star Wars, 100% complete. Wow!
Oh, that's tight.
How many hours you got in that game, DJ Graz? I've watched him play that game, and that's crazy.
That's
There's
wild.
so many
100%.
things.
100%.
So many things in that game. Finally, after 8 months. Woo.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
For real. I grew up playing that with like the Indiana Jones one, the Star Wars one, and the what was the other one? I think no, Star Wars and Indiana Jones. That's the one I played.
Yeah. Yeah. It took
Much
8
love.
months. The average of 10 hours a week. Yeah, 10 hours a week. Okay, that's not too much gameplay. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I would.
For like Call of Duty to get all the skins. That's about that much time. It takes a long time.
Yeah. I mean, Harry Potter, that took me months and months and months. I had over 100 hours in that game. I finally finished it, but there's still a few more things I got to get, and then I think I'll move on to something else. That was a good game. It took me longer with the Harry Potter game than all of the Assassin's Creeds that I played. There's two of them, the Valhalla and there was another one. I think it was like a Roman one.
Origins?
But
no.
No, I haven't even played Origins yet. I want to play Shadows.
That's
the
Egyptian one.
I'm waiting. The Egyptian one? I've seen that one. Is that Origins?
I'm pretty sure they have like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth in it.
Oh, that's why you want to play. See, I wanted to go to Greece. That's why I played Odyssey. That's why I played Odyssey, because it had all the Greek gods in there and stuff. It was cool. It was really cool. Yeah, it had all this
like time traveling and meeting them and shit.
Well, no, it was just back in with where the statues were at and all that. I mean, he didn't need any of them.
The second thought I had was statues of it, but
yeah, the statues and all that.
But there were probably people that. Okay, I see. Yeah.
But everything, all the terrain, the buildings were all they were all researched, and they're almost pretty much dead on what it looks like in the game to real life. So they made it look very, very realistic. Indiana Jones is I'm waiting for my Dark Soldier to start that one. I think he said he was going to start the Indiana Jones one. As I'm waiting for that.
Me and my friends would hop on even like in high school after water polo and join in. You'll play together.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Joy X. Good to see you. It's good to see you. How you doing, Miss Joy X? Good effort, Isaac. DJ Graz says. Good day to Miss Joy X. People tell me you look like Harry Potter. You would if you had those glasses, Cockroach. Good day, Cockroach from DJ Graz. Good day to you too. Back at you from Cockroach. Lego games are a nightmare to complete, but the effort put into the games is spectacular. So
I agree.
I was just kind of browsing YouTube. What was it? Really late last night. I think it was after leaving Cockroach's channel. I stumbled across a gamer, and he was testing out this new game that he had early access to. And basically, you're a spider. Your perspective is from a spider, and you're in all these different rooms in a house, and you gotta go do these little missions that it gives you to do in a room full of toys, and you're just a little spider, and you have a web, and you got to pull balloons down and move blocks, and it's crazy. I was watching him for a while. I was like, this is crazy.
They had one like that where you could be a cat. It was an amazing game. It got a bunch of awards.
Stray? Was it Stray?
Most likely.
I have it. I have that, and it
looked really fun. I watched my friend play it for like 8 hours one night drinking.
Yeah, that's a crazy game. You have no weapons.
Me feel like I was watching my little friend cat. My best friend's a cat, in my room.
Yeah.
She's out hunting or something, but like it made me feel like I was watching her go through her adventures. Oh, she just came in.
Aww.
Exactly when they have it. That's funny.
DJ says he'll go visit you later, Cockroach. Also, the sense of humor of the Lego games. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
there
Lego
is.
Star Wars. That's a crazy game. I don't know if I would ever try to even attempt that game. So much to do in there.
Yeah, but the main story is followable. You don't have to do all the outside stuff. You could easily follow through in like probably 12 hours, 8 hours. Main storyline.
But DJ Graz is a big Star Wars fan, and he'll actually he can recite for you word for word everything that was said in the movie, and I get a kick out of him when he's playing. He's like he'll go off and start talking about he'll start reciting the lines in out of the movie, and I just laugh and giggle. I think it's funny.
That was me with Toy Story. I could up to like 8th to 10th grade. I knew every line of the Toy Story, the first one, because I watched it as a kid. And but I lost that ability. But I used to be able to recite the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand.
He knows all of it. You want to know anything about Star Wars? Go ask DJ Gross.
That's awesome. I know a lot. I know a good amount.
Yeah, he's like unbelievable. Plus, he's got a lot of other knowledge too. He's awesome to sit and watch game, and he goes off on a lot of stuff. There he goes.
Yeah.
To see the dark side. Gotta love you, DJ Gross. That's funny. Yeah. So what have you been?
I think I might go game mode. Like all this stuff with gaming made me kind of want to just like go game.
Yeah, it gave you that gaming bone.
Oh, what were you gonna say though? Because I will stay for that question.
Oh, I was just wondering what you've been up to.
Oh, okay. Let me catch up real quick. So I did quit alcohol for a month. And I just couldn't handle it. I had to drink again, so I'm drinking. It's been like about one more month since then.
Oh, okay.
I just drink beer, but so I'm back to that pattern. And then other than that, I've been dreaming. I've been living parallel dimensions of my thoughts when I sleep. Yeah, dreams. But and my family's been awesome. We have a niece coming. I have a nephew alive. He's like 1.7 years old. We have a niece in about three weeks. My niece is born. My sister has her baby, and we got another little prophecy baby.
Oh, congratulations! How awesome!
Yeah. So that's about it. Other than that, nothing much. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Frankie. That's good.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Okay. Thanks for coming up. Good to see you.
Yeah, I got a little anxious to game. I feel ADD.
All right, go game. Go have fun.
All right. Much love, though. Chat. Love you guys. Thank you for everyone who interacting with us, and you know what I'm saying. Thank you for seeing me, and I'll see you guys next time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Much love, Susan. Thank you.
Much love to you too.
Okay.
Happy gaming. My mouse keeps zooming the screen in. How you doing, Frankie? He says hi, 007. Cockroach says DJ Grouse the Force, welcome. Frankie says Susie. Frankie goes to Hollywood. Frankie, the last video I saw that you put out was a familiar song. Gosh darn it. What was it? Was it an Aerosmith song? Or is it Guns N' Roses? What was it? Your relatives in Australia? Frankie says, hi, Roach. Yeah, Frankie's been putting out some he's been showing off his vocal skills lately. Cockroach, where in Australia? Oh, he's asking Cockroach where your relatives are at in Australia, because that's where DJ Graz is at. I can't believe DJ Graz is in Australia. He's like, he needs to be somewhere where he's happier. Not DJ Graz. Well, you might be happy where you're at, but I don't think that they don't deserve you. Aerosmith, that's who it was. 2 months ago. No, this was just a few nights ago. I saw you. A few days ago. No, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, it was this week. It was one of your videos I saw this week. Yeah, but yeah, they're all been really, really good. If I don't catch your lives, I usually catch the after play. So how's everybody doing this week? It's Hump Day. It's 10:28 p.m. here, 85 degrees. Wow, when I started the live, it was 90 degrees. It dropped 5 degrees since then in 38 minutes. It's cooling down quite rapidly. Then it wasn't Aerosmith. No, it was a song that I was surprised that you sang. Hey Chris, is it you? I see you. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey Susie, how are you?
Good, doing good, thank you.
I've seen you sitting up here all by your lonesome, so I figured I'd come by for a few and aggravate you.
Oh, thank you. I haven't had a good aggravating in a while. You are the sweetener in that bitter drink, huh, DJ Gross? Love Come Down. No, it wasn't that song. How are you doing, Chris?
Oh, I'm tolerable, I guess.
Yeah.
So how did Flame Boy turn out?
Oh, he turned out pretty good. I think I made a short with him, didn't I? Is it out yet? It's probably not out yet.
I don't guess I've seen it. The only short I've seen from you is something about this is what happens when you don't feed your cat on time.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked at it and I'm like, WTF?
Huh, because I was playing the game and I thought, you know what, this is a perfect example of how my cat gets. Is he just gets real ornery. And I could picture him doing this to me if I don't feed him on time. So yeah, that was kind of a funny short. But thank you for watching it.
Absolutely.
What have you been doing? You've been working hard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Story of my life. I'm thinking about going back to work so I can slow down.
You say that often. I mean,
well, I've been retired for a couple of years now, so.
You're just tired of being retired?
Well, no, I retired and then I started a business.
Well.
So, and I work more now than I did when I was working.
Oh shoot! Maybe it's because you're such a great. You give great service, huh?
I don't know about all that, but.
Well, that's what brings more businesses, word of mouth, I'm sure.
And so, anyway.
Probably because you're fair and you don't rip people off and you probably meet your deadlines and you're probably just a great, stellar worker.
Well, I mean, most of it, I mean, it's an automotive shop and we do things by the job. We don't charge by the hour like most every other shop does.
Oh, no wonder you're pouring with business. Yeah, that's expensive.
And so, plus that, I do fleet service for a major delivery company.
Oh.
And so, it is what it is.
Cockroach loves your beard. Like the song, I love your beard.
Well, it's fixing to go. So I'm fixing to drag the weed eater out.
Really? You're just gonna cut it down to the face? It'd look really good.
I'm gonna cut it all off.
Why?
You have no idea what it's like to get a mouthful of beard every time you try to eat a sandwich. So
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. I bet. I don't like hair in my mouth.
And so, and besides, I like scaring people at least once a year.
Well,
So
good. I'm looking forward to seeing it clean shaven.
you wouldn't, if I was to shave all this off and walk up to you and not say anything, you wouldn't know who I was till I started speaking.
Oh wow, like a chameleon.
I guess.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah. I'm glad we don't grow beards as females. That would be really.
I'm
This,
glad you don't
this is
either.
enough. Yeah, this is enough to do with the head hair.
Oh,
Cockroach says, "I get it, sir. It's just not fun with eating food."
so, like for instance, I ate a bowl of soup earlier. And you know how it is when you eat soup and you get down to the end, you got to serve, got to, sip from the bowl, to get the broth and all like that. Every time I do that, all this ends up with damn soup broth. So, then I end up with a towel trying to soak it up, and then my beard ends up getting all crunchy afterwards after it dries up. So I
Oh,
have to go and wash my face and all like that. And so,
it's just like washing the hair on your head. That's a lot of hair you got there too.
yeah, well, it's, like I tell people all the time, it's a pain in the ass when you can clean shave at 5 a.m. and have 5 p.m. shadow by 9 a.m. So,
Uh, the Roman Empire was invaded by people with beards just like that. Don't get me started on the Vikings. DJ Grouse. Oh my gosh. I have I need to do some more yard work soon. God, the weeds are popping up again. I gotta plant some stuff. I had made a mango shake yesterday and dug the seeds out of the pit. Out of, a mango seed. You have to like cut those open them, and there's this big old seed inside. So I got that germinating right now. I'm gonna try to plant it. And I got some sweet apple seeds germinating also. They actually look similar to the cocoa plant. When you open it, it's all the seeds are in there with the juicy flesh around it. It's kind of like that. The cocoa. That's what the apple seeds look like.
I don't know how to grow it. I just know how to eat it.
Yeah. Oh, you just throw it in the dirt. See what happens. Keep that area wet.
I mean, that's what I do with my weed seeds.
Yeah, just throw them in there and wish for the best. The best way to get weeds that grow in between concrete is to hit them with boiling hot water. Yeah, we do. We have tried the boiling water. We've tried the bleach. But in the rocks, I have other things growing. A whole bunch of volunteers. Like I got something growing. I don't know if it's lettuce now or some more arugula. So I don't want to dump hot water in those. I'll just pull the weeds out. They're like they're not a whole bunch of them. They're just one here and there. So it's not too bad.
So last year I was on the backside of my property and I stopped to roll one and I just throw the seeds off and all like that. And at the end of the year, I was back in there again, only to find a plant about 8 foot tall.
Oh, see what
Oh, and it was
happens?
good too.
See? Oh, that's awesome. I've always wanted to grow a tree. I hate harvesting and pulling the whole poor plant out. I've seen farms where they're like trees of them, and I'm like, I want to just have one of those, just because it's a beautiful plant. Actually, I harvest for medicinal purposes. I don't just smoke it just because I'm bored.
Well, I mean, same thing here. Mainly I do it to keep from committing homicide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's anger management, but I found ashwagandha, so that works just as good. Hi, Indian Boogie. You're out cruising on your own on your wheeler, and you saw me live. Oh, you're on your 3-wheeler. Good evening. You have an ATV? Those things are they're like obsolete now, but they sure are still fun. I bet. It's surprising how weed seeds can grow just about anywhere. You're right. You just throw seeds in the rocks. Seriously, that's what happens here. Everything grows better out of the rocks than it does in the soil. It's crazy. A 3-wheeler, auto or tuk-tuk as it is called. Oh, stop zooming in. With who as the president, you may need to stay wasted for 4 straight years.
Actually, I had to stay wasted for the last 4 years, so
Yeah, I don't even I don't even pay attention to any of that. I just live my life. There's really nothing I can do to make any difference with what's going on. I just try to keep my space clean and stress free and violent free and criminal free. That's all you can do. Just do positive things, and that makes positive impact, I think, on the world. Is being positive to yourself.
Yeah, I work too much to worry about it, so.
Yeah. Some of us don't have time to focus on all that stuff.
So easy part is I work all day and then I get on YouTube all night. So.
Yeah.
So hell, I get all the sleep I need when I'm dead, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man, how's the weather over there in your parts?
We up until today we had thunderstorms for the last week.
You too?
And so I mean, which we had a bunch of serious shit come in Friday night.
There was one
Saturday,
of the states.
We had some more come through, and then Sunday wasn't too bad. Monday. And today is the first day we had, all day of sunshine.
We've had sunshine for the past all week really. We had a lot of wind come through yesterday, but it didn't. It just came through for about, I don't know, half an hour, and then came back a half hour later. It was weird, and then nothing. Just some strong breeze.
And so, of course, a bunch of tornadoes and stuff like that rolled through. And, of course, I live on the tail end of Tornado Alley.
Yeah. You couldn't go to work because of the amount of rain you got there, DJ Gross? Wow.
Well, there's a lot of people that work outdoors.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't work outside if you're actually, that's your work. Yeah, that's true.
So I couldn't help but feel bad for you the other night, Susie.
Why? Because of I couldn't get my crap together.
Yeah.
I know, but that's how you figure things out. You have to test them. And if you go private and test it, I guess I could go private or unlisted and test it. But who's on the other side to tell you if they can hear you or if they see you or so there's only one way to do it.
So, and of course, I didn't mean to pick at you, but it's my nature.
I know, it's fine. I never take it personally. If I'm frustrated, I might respond like I'm mad at you, but I'm not. I'm mad at me not being able to be efficient and get things done right. I get frustrated.
UV reactive paint.
Yes, that's my other channel that I do just all art on my hand. So that's just there's about, I don't know, 30 videos on there right now.
Art on your hand?
Yeah, so I draw on my hand and then turn the lights off and then put the black light on it and it shines what I drew, and just kind of cool neon, glow in the dark look.
Wow. Hell, I ain't
Kind of
drawn
cool.
one myself since I was 5.
Oh gosh. Well, when I do my scorpion hunts, I paint my face now just because it's fun. Because I got the black light out. Might as well have fun with it.
I hear
So
you.
yeah, it's neat. It's actually some people pay money to go to a show to watch that stuff.
Well, I was talking to a group of people last night. We were talking about things, from back in the day and all like that. And the subject of Spencer's came up. You know where Spencer's is, right?
No.
Never heard of Spencer's?
Mm-mm.
All right. They sell stuff like black light posters, beads to make necklaces and stuff like that, and all kinds of little knickknacks and doodads,
Hmm.
everything. And they've been around forever.
Yeah.
You usually find them in the big malls and stuff like that. And back when I was a kid, I used to be in there all the time. My bedroom was nothing but wall to wall black light posters and black lights.
Yes, I
Of
had a
course,
bedroom like that.
that was a big thing back in the 70s. So
It's more fun as a female because you get to put on these cute little undergarments and put the black light on and look in the mirror. It looks like it's just your undergarments walking in the room. it's, sorry, it's just weird. Yeah, but I was into that glow in the dark stuff before the UV reactive. It was literally just glow in the dark stuff that you could find. Black light. So it was like posters, like you say. So it was that really high vibrant colors, like oranges and reds and blues and the whites especially. But the black light just brings them out. Those posters. I don't know what kind of paint they used. It wasn't glow in the right. There was also the stuff that you shine just a flashlight on and turn it off, and it just glows green. But now there's all kinds of colors now. They make yard ornaments for with like globes that they're made with this specific. They're infused with glow in the dark stuff, so they're sit in the sun all day, and at night they glow. The sun charges them.
yeah.
You decorate your garden with them.
So what's next?
What's next? I'm thinking about doing a painting next. I just got the gaming thing figured out, so at least that's kind of it's like 95% figured out. Or at least I can get on screen and show a game. So I think I did enough of that. But I want to paint something. I've been watching a lot of painting videos, and I'm kind of getting inspired to paint something. Just a relaxing painting session, People love watching the brush stroke on the canvas with the different colors. It's relaxing.
I used to love to watch Bob Ross, Bill Alexander.
Mm. I still love watching Bob Ross. That guy's amazing.
So, have you ever seen Bill Alexander?
No.
Look him up sometime. I mean, he's dead now, but he evidently Bob Ross got a lot of inspiration from him. And I think he was from Germany or someplace over there. He spoke with a heavy accent. But, I mean, he was the type to where he'd start on a canvas and he'd be doing stuff and you'd be thinking, like, why in the hell is he doing that? That's going to look like crap. And before you know it, he's got a painting like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. I have this fierce, thank you, DJ Gross. I have this fierce painting thing in me that I just want to let loose, but I just don't know how it's going to look. I've seen those really aggressive videos, but usually it's probably like an Asian woman, Thai or whatever, Japanese woman, and she just like attacks this canvas with her bare hands and throws paint on it, and then it turns out to be a beautiful portrait of something or a landscape or um, and it's with her hands, and she uses a few tools, spatulas and a few things, sponges, but she's real aggressive with that. And I feel a fire in me, like wanting to kind of do art like that, something like that.
Well, I mean, hell, give it a shot, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more space. She's usually in a big empty room too, um, where she could splatter paint everywhere, and I really don't have a space like that. unless I plastic the walls, everything. Put me in a big old plastic cage where the paint just splatters and it won't get all over everything. But I think it would be good. I think it'd be fun.
Well, if there's a will, there's a way.
Bob Ross was a saint.
Yeah, I mean, if you really, really want to do it, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, it broke your heart the way it all ended. Oh,
Well, I mean, he's right. The way Bob Ross died and everything leading up to it, was really sad.
I am not familiar with his passing and the story behind it.
And so, needless to say, the last couple of years he did his show, he was really sick and did it anyway. So,
what got him? What type of disease?
I can't remember exactly. I want to say it was liver cancer.
Oh, they think the thinners made him sick. See, that's the scary thing. You need to be in a well-ventilated room, and he painted with oils all the time because he made that paint flow like poetry. It was beautiful. But the fumes, when I learned how to paint in college, the teacher always said, if you're going to paint as a hobby at home, make sure you're in a well-ventilated room. You don't want to be in that same room with the thinners and the fumes from the paints, especially the thinners. Non-Hodgkin's disease? I mean, I don't do it every day. I
can't remember exactly how he died. It was quite some time ago. So, but it's amazing that his shows still get airplay all over the world to this day.
Yeah, there's a channel right on YouTube. It's playing 24/7. And there's tons of people in there, thousands of people in there watching. His legacy is living on. He was amazing. All his paintings. Is there anywhere where all of them are at, like a museum or anything? They should have a Bob Ross museum.
I think there is. I believe it's in Indiana.
Is there?
All right. It says here. I mean, of course, this is according to Wikipedia. A cigarette smoker for most of his adult life, Ross had several health problems over the course of his life and expected to die prematurely. He died at the age of 52 on July 4th, 1995 in Orlando, Florida, due to complications from lymphoma. At the time of his death, he had prepared 7 paintings for a potential 32nd season of The Joy of Painting. His remains are interred at Woodlawn Memorial Park in Gotha, Florida, under a plaque marked Bob Ross, television artist. Ross kept his diagnosis secret from the general public. His lymphoma was not known outside of his circle of family and friends until his death.
So, that's too young. I agree. 52. Jeez, that's way too young.
So,
I don't think that the paint thinners helped any either. especially shoot. He painted for a long since I was little. I remember Bob Ross. So there's a collection of his original paintings in Florida, New Smyrna, right? Is that what you said earlier? Smyrna Beach, Florida, where he's buried.
Let me go back. Gotha, 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 Florida.
Okay,
However you pronounce it.
the gallery is in Smyrna Beach, Florida. It displays a collection of his original paintings. Oh, they offer classes. Some of his paintings are also on display at the Smithsonian National Museum. Wow.
So, even to this day, he's still quite influential. So,
Yeah, he is. You could still learn how to paint watching his videos. I mean, he goes slow enough and he explains exactly what colors he uses, the brush. I mean, all the way down to the stroke, how to do it. He's so descriptive when he's painting. You could learn.
well, his emphasis always was, there's no mistakes in painting, just happy little accidents.
Right.
And so, his big thing was, if you make a mistake, don't get discouraged. It's just a happy little accident.
Yeah. And that's so encouraging for people who are perfectionists too, because it's you just have to get it just perfect. And he's right. If you can let go of that, you could probably paint with more ease. But that's one thing I haven't really done a whole lot of is landscapes. And I would love to paint a little cabin in the woods with the little lake and the, maybe a sunset. Or even the snow scenes were amazing that he painted. Oh my gosh, just a stroke of his little spatula and it made it look like a pile of snow on top of a little shed or a house. I was like, that's freaking amazing. Oil paints are so awesome. They're so fluid. They're so easy to work with. And you don't have to put much effort with oil paints. You just got to kind of know what you want to, what you're doing, kind of what you want to what it to look like, basically. There's really no effort. You got to know your dimensions at least. But if you know your dimensions, you can paint anything. And the shadowing, he was good at shadowing too, where his light was coming from.
So, I've always been of the opinion, an artistic hand is something you're born with. It's not something you learn. So, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been artistic, so I get frustrated because I know I can paint something like that. I just you have to learn a few techniques first, the do's and don'ts. But I would love to. But see, I'm very I like my art to be. I like contrast in my art. Some of his paintings, I felt like they were too mute in colors. The colors. Like I would have made it pop. My style is making it pop more. I like more vibrance in my colors. He used a lot of mute colors until he started painting the water. Like if he painted the waves, boy, he would add those glowing blues and the sunlight coming through. And those were the ones that I was really fascinated watching when he did the water, the ocean, especially the waves and the tides and the foam on the water. Oh gosh, amazing. Try to do a painting like Bob Ross. It's not a bad idea. That water, oh, It's hard to do water like that with acrylics because it dries so fast. And you have to use a medium to keep it wet, so it flows easy like oil. But I have oils. I actually have a set of oils. I haven't even opened yet.
So when are you going to break those in?
Hopefully soon. When I actually, my next painting, I want to do it in oils, and I have some thinner turpentine. I think is what it is, to clean your brushes.
So, I envy you. I couldn't do anything like that. So, closest I ever come to painting anything was a paint by number set.
Oh, those are so neat. And it doesn't really teach you anything. It only teaches you to paint that color to that number. It doesn't really teach you, but it comes out beautiful and perfect. But those things, they don't teach you anything. I want to see someone do a paint by number and just do their own thing, their own colors in those. There might be some videos out there.
I believe there are some folks that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but really and truly, more than anything, horsepower and music's been my life. So
Yeah, it's a different type of art. The art of adrenaline.
yeah, at my age, I need all the adrenaline I can get.
Just go find a tall building and look down. You'll get plenty of that.
I'm way too old for that shit.
You'd rather be closer to the ground, going forward, huh? At 3,000 miles an hour.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm doing my rendition of Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
getting old sucks.
Yeah. I'm at the age where I need to start either going forward or just letting everything go. You don't want to let everything go.
No, you really don't. So,
No.
so I mean, you're still a fairly young woman yet, though.
Well, I keep my exercise equipment not too far away from me, so I when I'm sitting here, I at least do my something. Just keep my arms strong in case I have to take a whack at somebody that's bugging me. Yeah, you don't want to let your strength go for sure. Your strength is the most important part of growing old. If you don't have your strength, boy, you could fall easy. It's hard to get up if you fall. It's just you need upper strength. You need good lower strength. Then it's like rusty. You get rusty. That's the problem.
Yeah, story of my life.
And core strength, right? Core strength is everything.
So, if you live long enough, you get to the point where you just don't worry about it very much anymore. So
That's why I totally get why when people retire, they just end up just sitting around all the time, and then their body just kind of withers away, where all their strength basically just melts away. And then I've noticed, older elderly people, when they get up, they kind of hunch over and they're like, oh. And when I'm sitting for 3 or 4 hours, I get up and I'm like that. And I'm like, oh no, this is why they do that. They're just sitting too long.
I'd say it's got a little more to do with it than that, but.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're just sitting watching Family Feud all day, or Wheel of Fortune, you're not doing anything for the body. You gotta get up and sweep or rake or do something.
Well, my granddad used to always tell me, man's only as good as his last day at work. So,
Oh, wow. Yeah, it seems like we have to constantly be working to keep our bodies up to par.
of course, he was a truck driver, and I'm a retired truck driver, and
That's
so
long
and
hours.
he died in his truck.
Oh, that's Die Hard. Sorry about that. Sorry about losing your father, but that's pretty.
No, it was my grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather. Go, transitioning, doing what you always do. Did he like to do that? Is there something he liked to do?
Well, I
He
mean,
had to do it.
it was all he knew how to do. Myself personally, it's all I knew how to do. Uh, aside from tinkering and piddling with automobiles and stuff like that, which I never really had time to do because I was always working.
Yeah.
And so, he had a heart attack.
Oh.
And so, he must have felt it coming on because he ended up stopping in a truck stop in Rockwall, Texas. Found him in a parking spot, climbed back in the sleeper and died. And he was in his truck almost 2 weeks before they found him.
Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Where I used to live up on the mountain, it's a small community. Everybody knew each other, except for one person that nobody really talked to because he was kind of, from what I hear, he was kind of a grumpy man. But he was a mason, and he did a lot of masonry work. But nobody had really. He usually would sit outside, and when we were driving around back and forth doing whatever we do, he's usually sitting outside, just kind of enjoying, fresh air. But it so happened that nobody had seen him for like a couple of weeks, and finally, I believe the fire chiefs went out there and knocked on his door, looked through his windows, and got the police to come out and force their way into his house. And sure enough, he was there, stiff and cold. I don't know how he transitioned, but he had been there for several weeks before till someone found him. So he was alone too. He lived alone, but he wasn't even that old either. I think he was barely in his 50s.
Did I see a cup of coffee for Susie B?
And so the world goes on.
Right. But if anything, I think that's the best way to go is in your sleep. Especially if you can feel it coming and you can just lay down and close your eyes and say goodbye. I think that's the best way to go.
I agree with you. Like Kenny Rogers said in the song "The Gambler," the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think most everybody would agree that they'd prefer to die in their sleep. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a say. It's all up to fate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're finally. So what?
No, go ahead.
We're finally getting back to we just had company for a couple weeks here, and we're finally getting back to just being just the two of us here now. and so I needed a few days to decompress from all the traveling we did. So we did a lot in a week. Like we did a whole lot of stuff.
How long you guys been married?
Uh, 8 years, I think. Now. But we've been together for 13.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gaming earlier live, and my hubby pops in, was shirtless, and I didn't realize that he was viewable from my camera. I was watching, and he was sitting next to me. I'm like, you and your man boobs. You showed everybody your man boobs.
Showing off the goods, huh?
I don't care. It's just like, oh, so embarrassing. I think he does it on purpose. I have to have the camera pointed away from the door because the door's right there. And I have my camera pointed this way because I don't want him to walk in here and then show everybody his goods. Everybody be running screaming. His jewels. So it's not quite warm enough to get in the pool yet. I'm not really excited for those days to come, but they're coming.
Well, at least you've got somebody. So
yeah, I am very lucky. He's lucky. We're both lucky.
So, have you seen that show Tulsa King?
Yes, all the way to the end. Have you seen all the way to the end?
No, not all of it.
Okay.
But anyway, Stallone had said a line in one of the shows where he says, being alone, living alone, and dying alone is probably the worst curse God could put on a person.
Yeah, right. Why say that?
And there's a lot of truth in that.
There is, but you came into the world alone. Like, what's the big deal? I mean, it is kind of lonely, and it would be kind of depressing and probably sad. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of truth to that.
I've been alone over 20 years, so.
But I mean, what are you gonna do? Everybody's gonna be. I mean, we were all with my father when he passed, and he wasn't alone. But I guess that could be kind of scary and lonely.
I mean, my kids come by, see me all the time and all like that. But yeah. I'm just saying, as far as having somebody, to share your life with. Yeah. I divorced over 20 years ago.
And you're right, DJ. Some say lonely, others say peace and quiet. And how many times have you heard, Chris, when someone's getting ready to pass, that they actually see their like their mother or their father or somebody that's already passed waiting for them? Usually in a state when they're in hospice, right? It's already their last days, that they're just they could go at any moment. And they talk about seeing like people that have passed, like they're either their mother, their father, their children if they've passed before them, or someone is there. So don't you think that's interesting? Because I don't really think that we go alone. Honestly, I think there's someone on the other side waiting. From what I've heard in real life experiences from people getting ready to pass.
If that's true, I'm in trouble.
Well, well, how many people did you piss off now? Did you help people to the grave?
Some would say yes, but
well, I don't know if it works like that. I don't know if they're allowed to be near you if they're pissed off at you. I think they go to another place till they get over it.
So my ex, she's been dead a year this month.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nah, I won't get into all that. But
Do you think she's gonna be waiting for you on the other side, getting ready to whoop on you?
well, bitch at me at the very least.
I told you so. Yeah, it can be either. It just depends on what kind of life you've lived. I mean, how many people did you do wrong? And I think that's the thing in the end that you worry about, not being able to say you're sorry to people or make amends with people. I think those are the important things you should do before you pass, if it's possible. If not for them, for yourself, and just probably forgive yourself for doing all that stuff. That's the ultimate release and freedom of the mind. You try to have no enemies in life, no burdens. So I told my
And
mom, well, my sisters, they have some kind of heartache with my mom, and I told them, you need to start getting close to her right now because I don't believe she's going to be around for much longer. And I told them, whatever happened in the past, you should go and make amends and talk with her and, squash all that and get it out of the way. Because when she's gone, they're going to be like, oh, I never, got to say, why did this happen or why was that or and talk about it. But now's the time. I've told them so.
I envy anybody that still has their mother. I lost my mother at a very young age. I don't even remember, what she looks like,
Hmm.
or anything like that. I was, uh, and so, in that respect, it's kind of hard to miss what you never really had.
Yeah. For me, it was like all the cooking times we did together and the recipes we shared and talking about the recipes. Those were the major things for me that I hold dearly in my heart with my mom. That was our bond, is the cooking in the kitchen. But with my sisters, I'm the youngest, and before I was born, they went through a lot with my mother, and I keep telling them it's time to get that all out of that all out in the open and water down the stream. Just let it go, all go. So they can, when she transitions, they can feel good about her transitioning. Not, um, it'll be, good for everybody, I think.
Did I see? Cup of coffee for Susie.
So, nobody really knows, what happens afterwards because nobody's ever come back and tell about it.
No.
Some people believe that, when you die, your spirit goes, here or goes there and all like that. And others believe, when you go, you just turn into dust. And
Hmm.
so, you go back, we come from dirt and we go back to the dirt. So,
Right. So that's interesting. You bring up that nobody's ever come back. My mom told me that I think it was when I was born, the last one, because she was not allowed to have any more children after me. That was so big. Uh, she said that she had passed, and she actually she came out of her body and was watching herself. After she left, she said okay, so that was when she came back. When she passed or transitioned, she was on a stagecoach on a wagon with a horse pulling it, and she was going down a road, and she was wearing this like I don't know what those dresses were, the puffy dresses. She had one of those big dresses on, and then she realized as while she was on the horse traveling to who knows where, she realized that she had just given birth and she needed to be there. She needed to be present for the life of the child she just had. And so she was given a chance to come back. So when she made that decision, the horse uh, came to a screeching halt, literally, and turned around and started going back where she was coming from. And then she appeared in the hospital above herself on the hospital bed, where the doctors were taking out her appendix. Also, I was born with a C-section, but she watched them pull out one of her organs and listen to them say, "Well, she doesn't need it anyways. We might as well pull this out." And then they were talking about charging her for 2 surgeries, and she heard all of that and watched it all. And when she actually slipped back into her body, she told the doctors when she came to was well enough to speak. She said, and by the way, why did you take my appendix? And they looked at each other like, how did you know? You know, like they were in really big shock. And she goes, I heard everything you guys said. I saw it. And I don't know what happened after that, but that's the story she told us.
Well, so, I mean, you know, it's very, very possible, you know, that they were having a conversation while she was unconscious and she heard it. I mean,
right.
Look at it like this. There's a lot of times where if you go to sleep, you know, and you're listening to music or whatever, you know, you'll dream and hear that music in your dream.
That's true. Or even something you watch before bed. It right, can follow you into your dream. That's true. But that's what she told us, and I kind of always wondered about that and thought it was kind of something extraordinary. And I've seen watched other accounts of other people with experiences where they've passed on, but they were given a choice to come back.
Just in a bright light, and then they came back.
Yeah,
I've heard those
something
stories.
Like that. Yeah, there was no bright light in this one. She was actually on a wagon being pulled by a horse, and like an old stagecoach or something. So that was there was no light. It was like during the day. It's like daytime. Yeah, and they could also hear everything during the surgery. That's interesting too. That's just the medicine not completely shutting everything down.
I hate being anesthetized.
It's scary, huh? It's scary being put under anesthesia.
Well,
that's
I mean, the main reason I don't like it is it locks my insides up.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, for instance, let's say the kindest way to put this, I can't urinate or have a bowel movement for the longest afterwards. Like I said, it locks your insides up.
Oh, no. I've never heard that before.
And so, you know, like the last surgery I had, they had turned my IV, they had me on a saline IV, and they had turned it wide open just to get me to urinate.
Oh. I used to wake up from the anesthesia cold and shivering, and they realized that was probably, there's 2 kinds that you can get. And so they switched over to the other one, because I've been under anesthesia a lot. I've had a lot of, I've been put down a lot. And so when I go...
3 times, so...
Yeah. When I go in, I have to tell the anesthesiologist that I have a reaction to one of the anesthesias, whatever it is, whatever it's called. One of them makes me real cold and I wake up like I feel like I woke up from the dead, just ice cold, and just shivering, almost convulsing, so cold. So that there's just a specific one that I can't have. Oh, and the nausea with that one too. It was really bad.
So, you know, I've had 1 neck surgery and 2 lower back surgeries.
I've had just two leg surgeries, knee and a surgery on my other leg to save it. Oh, and gallbladder. What else?
So in the last surgery I had, you know, when I come out of it, I ended up raising 20 kinds of hell.
Oh, that must feel horrible, huh?
So, well, no, they pissed me off because I told them repeatedly, told everybody that got around me repeatedly, do not put a catheter on me because my insides will be locked up from being anesthetized. And I come out of it, and the first thing I feel, they've got a damn, they put a catheter on me. I went off.
Oh, yeah, that's them not spreading the memo around, huh? I hate that.
So, damn, catheters hurt.
I bet. Especially for the I don't know how the women how it goes, how it works for the women. I've never had one. So I don't know. But the men, I know exactly how that works. That's doesn't even look fun at all.
So, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, did I ever tell you the one about the elderly couple at McDonald's?
With the sharing the dentures.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I did tell you.
Yeah.
Well, about the only clean joke I know.
Yeah. Oh. Is there music in the background playing?
Yeah, I can hear it. I don't know what it is, but I can hear it.
How come I don't hear it?
So it sounds like some kind of retro elevator music.
Okay. It's just the coffee shop. I do not hear it. It's on 19 too. I don't know. It's these headphones again. They
Now
I
I
think
can't hear it. What'd you do? Turn it off?
No, I put on a different song. I can faintly hear the music, but it's up at 19. I should be able to hear it. I usually have it at 12.
Hey, Kathy.
Did Kathy pop in? Hi, Miss Kathy. I'm just checking on
Yes, Kathy. Chris is here.
the sound input.
Kathy, why don't you join us? I promise I won't pick on you.
I am going to use the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
I hope everything comes out all right.
Oh, I hope so too. Oh, God, I've been holding it. I'll be right back.
Kathy, you doing all right? Good deal. Just had to yell at Lisa. What'd she do this time? Can you hear me? Her and Barney sent you a video. Suddenly, I'm in a class by myself.
Here's the sound. Okay.
I was so lonely without you.
You were? Oh, Miss Kathy wasn't keeping you company?
No, she never does.
Aw, Miss Kathy. Whew, I need to go really bad. Oh, probably gonna make me some coffee. What are you drinking? Juice?
Me, same thing I always drink, apple juice.
Apple juice. You're a big fan of apple juice. Do you actually just buy the apple juice out of the store, or do you actually particularly like the cider?
No, I like cider and all like that, but I usually just pick up a jug of Mott's.
Oh, okay. Mott's is good. Yeah, Mott's is good. When I was growing up, we used to live close to the redwoods, and our parents would drive us into the redwoods to a special place that squeezed pressed apples. They lived on an apple farm, and we bought it by the jugs. And it had, when you let it sit, all the stuff, the sediment would fall to the bottom, but it wasn't chunky. It was just like the brown sediment. It seemed like it would fall to the bottom, and we'd have to shake it. But it was the best tasting apple juice ever. Oh, it was the best.
Well, fresh is always going to be best.
Oh my God. And I was there, 2 summers ago, and I went to try to look for that place. Like, I could not remember how to get there. I was way too young. I wanted to find that place so bad to buy some jugs of apple juice, if they were still in business. I don't know. But boy, the memories with that is the beautiful drive there. It was gorgeous, amazing. You see deer running alongside in the meadows, in the forest. It's just beautiful.
She sent me a voice message about a moose. She said she's going to bed.
Oh, poor Miss Kathy's always been haunted by the moose. What is that trial thing that Mikey was talking about?
I've not heard yet.
The last I heard was when he was live, and Miss Kathy they were talking about the trial.
Yeah, it turns out I'm one of the jurors.
So Mike was trying to recruit me, which I didn't know, to be in his defense. Like, I didn't know that I was going to be against Kathy. Like, if I would have known that, he just said, "Oh, I just want you to participate in the trial." I may have forgotten a few words he used, but I was under the impression that it was just going to be. I didn't know what it was going to be, honestly.
The trial is about whether or not she seduced the moose.
Yeah, right. And honestly, poor Miss Kathy, I don't know if this is all just a big blooper or what this is all about.
It is. So it's a mock trial, and
that's what he called it, a mock trial. And I have no knowledge on how a court case works. So I'm just like, what am I going to
I
do?
mean, if you're a juror, you sit there, you listen to the evidence presented by both sides, and you make up your mind who's right and who's wrong.
But doesn't that defeat the purpose when we know this is not even possible? But the things that they say, Miss Kathy is, they think that she did. So like, I don't know. I don't get it.
We're just going by her own admission.
Oh, it's funny.
I mean, she tells us the story, and so
Miss Kathy, Miss Kathy. Mike twisted the truth.
the truth.
I know.
Oh, come on now. No. Mike could never do such a thing.
Don't say his name too many times. The genie's gonna appear. He'll be like, I can hear you guys. His ears are probably burning. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So Mike could never do such a thing, and I'd never ag it on.
Oh, you would never.
No, not in a million years.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my glasses on, you'd see me winking.
Huh. There's Miss Kathy. Hi, Miss Kathy.
Oh.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello.
How are you doing, Miss Kathy?
I'm doing okay.
That's good.
I just wanted to come up and say Mike twists the truth. And we know he does.
Mm-hmm. And he has so much fun with it too.
So does Kathy. She just won't admit that.
Oh,
I did not seduce the moose.
I promised you I wouldn't pick on you, so.
I talked to Billy about that whole hot dog thing. I yelled at him.
Hot dog. Okay.
Yeah, she makes spaghetti with hot dogs.
I do not.
No way, not Miss Kathy.
No.
I got talked into putting hot dogs on my pizza one time, and I actually really liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a first.
I know. I was like, no way. No, this isn't going to be good. Oh, my God. It was the best ever.
Got to be better than pineapple for crying out loud.
I'm not too fond of pineapple on pizza.
I'm not fond of it at all. I think it's stupid.
I'll do it once a year, maybe.
What? Put pineapple on your pizza?
Yeah. I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. I'm kind of with Chris on that. I'll eat pineapple, but it's not one of my favorite things.
Oh, I love pineapple, just not on a pizza.
But it's just not really one of my favorite things. And now the pineapple juice, it might be just a texture or something. I don't know. Having that texture in my mouth. Oh, forget it. Forget it. Because it just...
Like I said, I'm not going to pick.
No, because I'm not going to get into it, because then somebody will pop in, and next thing I know, it'll be on the next WTF Mike stream. Did you hear about Kathy liking pineapple in her mouth?
Right?
I'd never say that. I would never say she likes pineapple in her mouth. I'd say she likes the texture of things in her mouth.
I said I didn't. Maybe it's the texture I don't like. And I've had it where the pineapple, and then it's kind of like burnt, got like little burnt thing. I don't know if they overdo it or what. I'm just not crazy about it.
I think it goes really good with the Canadian bacon.
Now,
Those two flavors together.
yeah, and actually, putting a little bit of it with your ham when
Yeah.
you're cooking it. Yeah,
Yeah.
not just the bacon itself, but just a ham. You're
Well, I
making
mean,
a ham.
that's all Canadian bacon is ham.
Well, of course. Yeah. But I'm talking about a nice big piece of, a ham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the two go well together. On a pizza, I'd have to be really hungry. I mean, I don't mind pineapple on a pizza, but I don't order. I always order a combination. So that's
Yeah.
my number one choice with pizza.
Yeah, well, I'm not, I'll eat some pizza here and there, but it's not something that I eat a lot of. I'm not big on it.
Yeah, it's fun to make homemade pizzas. I like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you order, it's not the same.
It's what everybody else
I
gets.
hadn't ordered pizza in a long time. So, most of the time I'll just go to the store and get a Red Baron and get a bunch of shit to doctor it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
hot-
and you come out cheaper that way and you get a really good pizza. So,
Red Baron is not that tasting. I like the Red Barons.
Hmm.
yeah, that's what I'm
you're
saying.
right. And I'll have to agree with you on that, Chris, as far as if you buy that, yeah, you can put your own shit on it too. So
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as the store bought pizzas goes, Red Baron's really about the only one I can tolerate. And DiGiorno's taste like crap.
I've tried that, and I will agree with you on that too.
Oh, and then the rest of them just taste like cardboard with tomato sauce on them.
I used to eat those little Totino pizzas,
Oh.
but I would also, but you also can like put stuff on it, add stuff to it, and then turn it and roll it, over, and then put it in the oven that way. And
Yeah, and keep a bag of those Totino pizza bites in the fridge for the kids
Those aren't bad either.
and kids
yeah,
because they love them. I took a bunch of them one night, laid them out on a platter, and covered all of them with mozzarella
yeah,
and a couple other things, and just threw them in the oven like you'd bake.
uh-huh,
And the kids tore them up. They loved it.
uh-huh.
Aw.
Yeah, with those little pizzas like that, you can do different things with them.
So I wonder if we can put them in a crock pot.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
What's that
kick
leading
his-
up to?
I'm gonna kick his ass, Susie.
Is that leading up to that lasagna in the crock pot? What
Oh,
was it? Spaghetti? What was it?
no. Mm.
My hubby brought home a lasagna from the Italian market around the corner down the street. And I expected it to be a lot better. They slice their own mortadella, and they sell that there, and then they have their make their own meats and things. Or I don't know if it's imported, but they're an Italian market. And I actually expected the lasagna to be more flavorful. It had a lot of ricotta on it. which I wasn't very, not used to it, but it just, I was expecting more herbs in there in the sauce.
And maybe so lasagna made out of ramen noodles.
No. No. God.
Fucking hell.
I don't know how that could work.
So I won't even bring up Kay.
Yeah, I haven't had a notification of her in quite a while.
You think she finally quit?
I don't know. Well, because Wasabi was always bringing it up all the time too. And, and then when your friends, watch things, it automatically, it seems like it pops up on your notifications. Since he's been too busy and everything. Maybe he should stay busy so we don't get those notifications anymore.
Well, I guess I could start watching them again. See if
I'm going to get some juice real quick. I made some mango juice.
Oh.
Mango juice.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds exotic.
Yeah. Oh, it's thick.
Oh, it sounded like she flushed the toilet. Sounds like she flushed the toilet.
I'm glad to know I wasn't the only one thinking that.
Well, me, I have no filter a lot of times. I just say what I feel.
No, I was rinsing out the blender container.
Uh-huh.
I would never go to the bathroom in it live. That's awful.
I don't know. Some people they'll sit on the pot with their feet and foot warmers.
That big.
But at least he wasn't taking a shower, Kathy.
No, he did that earlier.
Oh, damn it. I said he's got to be the cleanest guy in Australia.
I think he tries to talk with me. So then, there's Kathy. I need to take a shower. Oh, there's Kathy. I need to take a shower again. Oh, there's Kathy. This is the third shower in 3 days.
Well, I mean, personally, I shower every day, but
I know.
Day.
Well, then you see him later on. I'm going to take me a shower. Well, you already took one earlier. I need another one.
Yeah, but you're here now.
Yeah. He's a little hot, so.
I've been talking to people on the phone, and I had to really shower. I didn't want to hang up, so I just showered while I'm talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Just set the phone there on speaker. What are you doing?
One way to keep it clean.
I've done that several times.
Yeah. When I had made a shadow box, as you know, the boss Sable said, make some things for the sale. I said, I got all kinds of stuff. Well, I'll make some more stuff, because he is expecting to make money.
Mm-hmm.
He's 11 years old, Susie.
Oh, really?
He's quite a little boy, really.
He's my grandson.
And he's that ambitious,
He
huh?
is. He's a character.
Aw.
Yeah. Well, the thing was is that I came up with the idea to get rid of some of the stuff because I have, I've always liked my granddaughter to take some of my crafting stuff to the blessing box around Christmas time. And they put them in there, and then people can go there and get the stuff, and take it and give it for gifts if that's what they want, So I make stuff like that for the underprivileged. And I also make things, like if like a grown woman would want something. Maybe if a husband or boyfriend or whatever would go in there, they could find something and, find it, and maybe they would want it. So that's what I did. But this time I was talking to Abel and I said, I want to put a table out and put some of my crafting stuff and just, during the town garage sale, yard sales. It's it's for the whole town. So I'll just set out a table, and I was just going to put that there, and if somebody wanted something, they could take it. Well, he didn't like that idea.
Oh.
He thinks that, and I said, he says, well, they should pay for it. Well, I just wanted to give it away. No. Well, then, okay. Then I said, I'll put a little container out if they want to buy it or put some money in the little container. He goes, no, I'm sitting out there and so are you. That's how he talked to me, my 11-year-old grandson.
Wow.
I said, well, Abel, we got security cams all over outside. I said, I could sit and watch. He goes, no, that's not good enough. Because if they did steal it, steal the money in the container, it's not like you're going to be able to get out there quick enough, So he thinks that I need to be out there with him. And that he was looking around and stuff like that. And he says, I think you need to make some more. He was pointing at different things, saying this should be this amount, you should charge this amount. And I'm 11 years old. But he will tell you, in August, he will be 12.
Oh, he's a Leo.
Oh, Susie, he told her at Thanksgiving that the turkey's legs were longer than hers.
What?
Yeah.
Where's he learning this stuff from? Who is he hanging out with?
Who's he hanging out with? He don't need to hang out with no one.
Really? He's naturally like that?
I'm setting, they bring a chair for me. Now, there are times, there was like, there's those chairs, those bar stools, I have a hell of a time getting on them, but I do finally crawl up on them, and then I'm afraid to get off of them. What are you laughing about, Chris?
I'm not laughing.
No, look at. Do you think he's not laughing? Okay, come on. So anyway, they decide. We got this chair, it's a nice little, like a living room chair. So they bring it in the kitchen and said, here, Queen, you sit in this. And this will be your chair when you come. And so I was sitting there. The boys, those two, my Abel and Logan, the other Patsu, they both came up, sat on those bar stools, and said, tell us a story. And I said, I ain't got no story. Yes, you do. They like to hear the stories that I tell. Then they can laugh and then make fun of me later. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And yes, I've heard. Well, tell us about when you lived on the farm.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. All kinds of. Yeah, they really enjoy the stories.
Or how he told you your broom was ready.
Oh,
Oh,
and then my son wanted to get rid of the little bike with the training wheels. My brother, God rest his soul, he bought that for my son, or for Abel, and I just didn't want to get rid of it because it brings back memories to me that my brother Chris, he's a good Chris, and so anyway, he bought his first bike for Abel because he just thought a hell of a lot about Abel, for Abel and everything. So anyway, so my brother's passed away, and I didn't want to get rid of it. So I told my son, "You're not getting rid of it." He goes, "Well, you can't." He goes, "Well, Abel can't ride it no more. It just takes up." No. And then Abel says, "Well, Queen can ride it. Queen can ride it. It's got the training wheel. She ain't gonna fall off." Fucking hell.
you can't be that short. Are you really that short?
Well,
She's 3 foot nothing.
No, she's not 3 feet.
no, I'm taller than 3 foot. But I'll have to say that Mike and YKB, I had them with me when I went to the doctor on the phone. And when I got my heights and stuff, the motherfuckers.
I bet they made a big deal out of that.
Oh, yeah, he's still making a big deal out of it. Mike can't shut its fucking hole.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he doesn't come right out and tell everybody how tall I am, or how short, he would say. But he won't come out and say exactly. But he sure does make a lot of comments about it. Yeah. I don't know if Billy will be able to be there for the court though. And when he lied about the damn hot dog, why would I even want him even to be there?
Oh, wait a minute now. That's your son. He would actually lie? Oh, come
He
on.
lied about that hot dog. And I called him earlier, last night, and told him about it.
So, and he was probably laughing the whole time, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, well. Like I said, I actually, it's not that he wouldn't be there for the fun, but I don't think he will be able to make it then. I'm not sure. whenever it is.
Date hadn't even been set yet, has it?
Right. So like he had said, he wasn't sure, whenever it is, he's not, don't hold him to it that he could be there because of,
What are you doing for Memorial Day? Anything?
I don't know. Might have a cookout. I don't know.
That's what most people do.
Yeah.
It's on a Monday, so it's a 4-day weekend, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
next Monday. Or this Monday coming up.
Yeah.
So, I always say don't forget to remember.
don't forget to remember.
That's right. Don't forget to remember. A lot of people do. A lot of people think Memorial Day is just another excuse for a 3-day weekend. So,
Right.
When I was growing up, Memorial Day was honored. Didn't I tell you, Chris, about it? What we did on Memorial Day?
Yeah, you did.
My mom and dad, had us all go to the cemetery to wash the grave, the headstones of Grandma and Grandpa. But also, there's aunt over here, uncle over there. The whole cemetery is pretty much Italian people. So it was no wonder our vehicle looked like it was a florist. It's because we were putting flowers all over, and some of them we would plant, we would plant the flowers, and some of them we would just put some on there. But then we have to wash all of the headstones.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I don't have anything close to that. Nope.
And there's a memory that nobody is going to laugh about.
No, it's nothing to laugh about. So,
Mm-mm.
but that was my whole point. So, that's the whole object is to remember those, those who've moved on.
Like the Dia de los Muertos, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Society's changed so much. Then from the time when you and I grew up, Kathy.
Oh, I know. Well, and they're pretty much back to the whole thing of set it and forget it.
So, I watched a video a while ago about Western Auto. You remember Western Auto, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it basically, just went through how it started and all like that, what it was like in its heyday, and how it all ended. So, really and truly, anybody below the age of 40 doesn't even know what a Western Auto was.
Yeah.
But you, Kathy, Susie.
Western Auto. I don't think we had. I don't remember those in California growing up. We had Pep Boys.
So, well, Pep Boys came after, and Pep Boys was part of the demise of Western Auto. So Western Auto's heyday was during the 50s and 60s. And then in the 70s, they didn't keep up with the times and everybody else. And then outfits like Pep Boys stepped in And of course, by the end of the '80s, Sears bought up Western Auto, and that made it even worse. And by the '90s, AutoZone bought Western Auto out from Sears.
Yeah.
And when Advance got a hold of it, they wasn't worried about keeping it going. They just wanted the real estate.
Yeah, we used to go to Western Auto.
Oh, hell, I mean, shit, my first bicycle was a Western Flyer.
Mm-hmm. I can't say that. It was, my dad used to. Well, my dad would get old bikes and we would weld them and make new bikes out of them, and we'd spray paint them and and everything and make them look brand new.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing Western Auto growing up.
Yeah.
Just another thing of the past. So, but I mean, in their heyday, Susie, they not only sold auto parts, they sold appliances, all kinds of other little stuff like that, along with auto parts. So, and the thing about it is that the stuff that they sold was durable. It lasted. It wasn't like you had it a year and then had to throw it out and buy something new. So as far as stuff like Western Flyer bicycles and little red wagons and tricycles and stuff like that, nowadays, if you can find one, they're highly coveted.
I'm looking at a Western Auto museum where the shelves are full, and I'm seeing all the merchandise. Yeah, it's the hand typewriters and old can openers and wow.
But like I say, back then, stuff that they sold, was durable. You got your money's worth.
Well, and the fans on the shelf, they're all completely metal. Of course, those are going to last a long time. It seems like all the new industries that moved in made parts to break. So
they did because they figured if they make things. See, back when, like cars, when they were metal, when you drove a car, if you banged something, you could hurt that and not really hurt yourself,
Mm-hmm.
And
well, and not to mention back then they broke down. The average person could fix it.
Right.
Provided
Absolutely.
It wasn't anything major.
Right.
So nowadays you got to have a computer and a college PhD, damn near.
Yeah, that's why I said, when I worked on cars, it's not like it is today. I really couldn't tell you too much about working on cars anymore. But like I said, it's that they made it to last, but then they realized if they made it to break, you're going to go back and buy something again. So then they're getting more money that way.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather spend, $500 on something than have it last for years than, $300 for it to last a year.
So, do any of you two know where that stuff was manufactured? Was it manufactured here? All of that
in the U.S.
So we could do it again.
Made here.
Yeah,
we could totally do that again and start making good stuff again, right? Like we used to.
We could.
We could, except for the fact that more people, would rather buy something cheap,
right,
and replace it in a month, as opposed to spending decent money and having something they don't have to worry about for a while.
Well, that's why I was saying I'd rather spend $500 that will last years than $300 that will only last a year. And seeing And I think what it is that our government decided it's good to be able to buy from other countries, and it's good, what am I trying to say is to buy things from different countries, and
Well,
and
you can blame that shit on Nixon. So Nixon's the one that started it by allowing China in to begin with.
yeah.
So Nixon's also the one that got us off the gold standard. So
Yeah. Well, if you read up on it, they say Nixon was just placed there. There was reasons why that man was president.
$0.16 for a battery in Western Auto Parts.
So
Yeah.
the major demise of Western Auto really and truly was Walmart. So, and Walmart has put, they are a business killer. Walmart does stuff and they do this on the regular where they'll come to a small town and, make this big proposal about how you let us build here and we'll do this for the neighborhood, for the community, and we'll do that for the community and all like that. And these towns, go for it and everything. And the next thing you know, within 5 years of them being where they are, Main Street businesses of these little towns just end up folding because everybody's going to Walmart instead of dealing with them.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. A little wheelbarrow is $2.68. Charcoal briquettes, a 10-pound bag was 68 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then you got to remember back then, a dollar bill was the equivalent of a $20 bill now. So
Right.
Yeah, money, when I was growing up, money was worth a lot more than it is now. Oh my gosh. You could get so much with 50 cents a dollar, so much.
Yeah, but
Well,
back in that's in 1962, so you're figuring, the dollar, like if you would type in 1962 $2, what it is worth today.
So like that typewriter there for $49. Well,
yeah.
$49 back then was like a couple of $100 now.
This is actually a real a real shopper here. It was scanned. There's the address. What was it? $2 back in 60? You said
Too.
1962. How much was it worth? How much is it worth today?
Yeah.
What, $2 back then? So $2 back then, is like $40 now. A dollar bill was like $20. So you could actually back in the days you remember 2-cent bubble gum? Probably not, but
Yeah.
Oh God, you can get a bunch of candy with a quarter, a dime. $2 in 1962 is worth 21 today.
I think that's lowballing it. But
Mm-hmm.
That's according to one.
It says $49 in 1962 is the equivalent in purchasing power to about $518 today.
yeah, that sounds more like it. So I underestimated it.
Yeah.
But point being is the dollar went so much further back then than it does now. So
Yeah, it did. I remember just having a quarter in my pocket and then buying a handful of candy.
Well, yeah, because you can get penny candy, You know,
Mm-hmm.
you can go in and you know, and I would say, I'd go to my grandma's, and grandma would say, you know, I'll pay you to, you know,
Old
scrub my
metal roller
kitchen
skates.
floor. Now, scrubbing my grandma's kitchen floor
Mm-hmm.
was getting down on your hands and knees and scrubbing it.
Yeah.
And also doing the laundry. When you washed it, sometimes there were times that we had the old wringer washer.
Yeah, old tub wash machine with a wringer on top. That's how we grew up.
Right.
We had the
And that,
washboard.
well, there was also a washboard as well. But also, and then you hung everything out to, you know, on the line, on the clothesline.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how. And then grandma and grandpa, they had a washer and a dryer, a regular washer and a dryer. And, but grandma did not like to use that very much. She liked her wringer washer. But once in a while, she'd say, you go ahead and you can use the washer, but do not use the dryer. You hang them out, which I
Oh,
already
you
knew
remember those,
that.
Kathy? You remember those freezer deals?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lifetime DuPont Dulux finish. No dirt catching coils on the back. Is that a freezer? Yeah, it's an upright
Yeah, you
freezer.
bought a freezer and you got it full of food.
Yeah.
Gigantic freezer. For as little as $5 down and $2.50 weekly, you can have that.
I'm sorry,
492
Kathy, I didn't mean to
pounds.
interrupt you.
No, you didn't interrupt me.
There's a stand-up one, and then there's the other one.
Chest.
The
It's a
chest
chest freezer. Yeah. Yeah, we had the big chest freezer like that, but we needed one like that because when we butchered our
Your game?
well, we had our steers and
Oh.
and chickens and sheep and pigs and stuff like that. You know, we had to put it in the freezer somehow. Then at one time, my dad, he broke down, and we all were like, we can't believe Dad's gonna buy an upright freezer. We wanted to check his temperature.
That was probably the happiest day, though, huh?
Well, because then you ended up getting another one. Okay, so we had the big chest freezer, but then we had the upright freezer, right? So that meant that we didn't realize it right away when we were laughing because Dad was gonna, because my mama would say he was so tight he squeaked. And but when he did it, come to find out, it was because he planned on butchering more.
Oh.
And also there was, we also had to can the food, you know, vegetables and stuff like that. And then there was some that Dad would say, let's just freeze these vegetables, some of the vegetables. But we also did bring them here into town, in the town I live in. And we would hand it out to some of the elderly that couldn't get out and do their own gardens anymore.
Oh.
So we would make sure that they would have, you know, some meat and vegetables and stuff like that. And we would give them some of the canning. Well, canning jars. Well, and they come to find out, Dad says, let's freeze these. Is because at one time they were giving us the jars back so we would have, Dad, Mr. Squeaky, wouldn't have to go out and buy more. So they would give them, you know, give them back. Well, if he froze them and then gave them to him, then, you know, the bags you wouldn't have to worry about, right? So, yeah, so he ended up giving them to them in bags instead of canning them.
Look at the kickstand on this bike. That's different.
Uh-huh.
That was the norm back then, the rear wheel kickstand.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I
Well, and yeah, you like didn't really get caught into that other one, that other kind too much.
$29 for a bike.
So again, $29 back then was a little bit of money.
Yeah.
That was a boy's bike.
Yep, because it doesn't go down in the middle. That bar.
Mm-hmm.
That bar
I never
makes it a
understood
boy's
that.
bike. What? The bar being absent for the females?
Yeah, they put the nutcracker on there for the male for the male bike.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense either, huh? You would think the other way would be easier for the male.
Yeah.
Those look like those bikes could still be around today because of how they were made. All metal.
Well, they are. There are people that will actually go find them and restore them. You know, like I said, they're highly coveted now. If you can find one, people collect them.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have gears on those bikes either. It was just unless they were in a place that I don't recognize.
No, there was no gears on that. The gear was your feet.
And
if you want to go slow, you pedal slow. If you want to go fast, you pedal faster.
So, and the braking back end wasn't on the handlebars or anything like that. You pushed the pedals backwards.
That's what I was just gonna say. These are the backward pedal brakes, huh? What are the two? What are the two lines coming from the handlebars here down into the frame? What is that?
That's holding up the. Zoom in on that if you can. I'll show you.
So I'm already zoomed in fairly closely to it.
So basically what it is, it's a brace for that front fender. See the fender over the wheel there?
Yeah, okay. To hold it from wobbling?
Right.
Well, I see the brace. Okay. I see it now. It goes here and here. It's a whole bracket that holds that. That's different. The back one has it too. Has that kind of bracket holding it to the frame, to the forks.
So, but also, you know, that was in a time where Americans took pride in making stuff too. You know, we made stuff to last.
But then also you took care of the stuff as well.
Well, that too.
Know? I mean, because when you bought it, you took care of it because you know that it costs you money.
Oh, that's blurry. And we weren't raised to break our things either. I mean, when we got something, we were expected to take very well care of it.
Mm-hmm.
When I was raising my kids, at Christmas time, we give them toys. Half of them be broke by the end of the day.
Well, they break so easy too. They're not like these things. We got like the Tonka trucks. Those, you know, all those were made of metal. All those little dump trucks, toy trucks, you could sit in them. They were made of solid metal. You could throw them around, thrash them, and they wouldn't break. They were heavy.
And the go-kart, we used to weld them together to make a go-kart. Dad would find, like, in a junkyard, somebody would take an old go-kart or something that had problems, had missing parts or whatever, and he would get it, you know, for either nothing, get thrown in. If he's buying something, the guy will say, I'll just throw that in with it. And Dad would bring it home, and we were out there welding, and we'd make it and put a motor on it and everything, and we'd be going down the country road in our go-kart, riding up and down in it.
That must have been fun. We didn't have that.
And then my dad made one that almost looked. It had like a we welded where it was the back of it. It was I can't how am I like there's a front seat. Then he would have it where you could haul things on it, and he had, or you could sit in the back. So if I wanted, like my brother or sister, or if I was going to sit back there while my brother was driving it, but then if it rained, we would put a tarp over it and ride in it. My dad, he would, like I said, Mama would say he was so tight he squeaked. But the one thing I have to say is he might have been tight, but we sure as the hell learned a lot of things through the bullshit. Banana seat.
Look at this handlebars. No, that's called a billy bar, like a billy goat, right? After the billy goat,
yeah.
Look at how
and that
the
actually
metal's
had
twisted.
a front brake on it too. So
yeah, there's a front brake on, and there's a kickstand on this one. 3-speed stick shift console. What? Oh, this one has a 3. What the heck is that?
that's a shifter, gear shifter.
What the heck? I've never seen anything like that.
That's the way they were back then.
Whoa, look at that. It's got a shifter. And can you imagine falling wrong on that?
Kathy, isn't it fun listening to youngins discover stuff?
Yeah.
I've never seen a billy bar. That's cool. I'm surprised the motorcycles aren't made like that now. Billy bar, because you see those ones that go way up like that. They're all on their motorcycle. I don't know how they drive those things.
Well,
I've never seen handlebars like that ever. Holy!
You know when I remember now. See how that seat is up.
The banana seat?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can lower it, right? So I'd always have mine as low as it will go. Well, so I could reach the pedals. Anyway, but my brother would always sneak and raise the seat.
Oh.
So, and Susie, if you look at that bar on the back of the seat, it's what's called a sissy bar back in. And they used to make them where they rise clean up, way up over the bike. The tall ones, they used to make tall bars.
Right, I remember those. Hi, Cockroach, welcome back. No, it's okay. It's lunchtime. Enjoy your lunch, Cockroach. This is bizarre to me. The stick shift is your boy multi-speed enthusiast. Get him the Wild One 3 below. Features convenient 3-speed stick shift console. The flamboyant yellow and red frame. That is the craziest looking bike I've ever seen. And look at this one next to it. With the stripes on the seat. Look at that. That's probably real leather. That is bizarre. Look at how when you're riding, you're like holding. What's the purpose of that? The billy bar. It would be weird holding the handles right there.
No, really.
Behind you.
So the way
now the one in the back. I'm just saying like the one in the back of the seat. It's like me and my sister could ride it, right? On the bike. She would put her arms behind instead of hold on to me, she'd put her arms behind her back and hold on to that bar.
Right.
But
I remember giving rides on a bike with the seat like that with that bar.
Yeah.
And that you're right, they would hold on to that holding their behind their back.
With
their legs kicked out. But I've never seen a bike with the stick shift. How did they
Yeah.
even make that work? That is crazy. Just tightening. It's just tightens the gear then, right? Tightens and
Yeah.
loosens, or
Well, it lets you go. You know, it's amazing.
I would love to see one of those in real life
And let
or
it and
person.
ride it just to see
Oh my
how it
God,
works.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it would be real smooth, just because everything was made better. Does it look like the back wheel is bigger than the front wheel almost?
I think the reason
Is-
why now look, the front one don't have the thing over the front tire like the back one. See where I'm saying? See what I'm
like
saying?
the splash
Yeah,
guard. Uh-huh.
yeah. So they don't have. If you notice, it's smaller in the front, and it
Yeah, it
doesn't.
is smaller.
Now in the back, it may because of the picture, it might make it look bigger that
Well,
way because of it.
it serves its purpose well because you're not really the water's not coming from the front at you. It's coming from the back, so that's longer on
Hmm.
the front wheel. But
Well,
they're placed very well thought.
well, and you think about it though, is that those guards, you know, if you were riding and it was kind of wet, your back would end up getting dirty because it would
Hmm.
splash on you.
All your butt, your whole butt and your
Yeah,
Yeah,
back.
you had the stuff flying up from the back tire.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So then they got
Uh,
that splash guard.
So
that is,
Sometimes,
Susie,
sometimes,
about the gear shift, you just
yeah.
pedal, you shift it from one gear to another.
Well,
yeah.
it's three gears, but so I'm thinking how it works, right? Is it just tightening the cable that makes more resistance on the tire, or
No,
It's kind, it's
it
kind of, it kind of works like
there's
if you're changing gears in your car
because look
in
at
some
the
way.
where the chain goes. There's if maybe I'm not seeing there's maybe three gears on that.
yes, there was,
Okay,
and
okay, so
that's what it was. The chain would go from one gear to another.
okay, because it's not very clear the gear on this picture. So it had three gears on that where the chain would switch over. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That
I
is
think
freaking
you'd
crazy.
have to write it to really get the whole thing out of it, you know?
But look at how high the seat is compared to the handlebar.
Or
That's
you
like
could have lowered the seat.
Yeah.
So those seats are raised up. You could lower them. You could lower them from the front and the back.
yeah.
And
That
but also if you
bizarre.
look, the seat compared to the front handlebars or just the handlebars are a little bit because you're putting your hands. You can put your hands on the bar itself. You don't have to put them on the handle if you don't want.
And the hand
But
grips.
yeah.
Well, just have you ever do you guys remember putting a friend on the handlebars and driving? That
Oh
would be
yeah.
perfect for them to hold
But
on to.
yeah,
Is the
yeah
billy bar?
that was your ass seat there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah,
put
that used to get us in trouble too because then you
uh-huh.
can't see in front of you and then you smack into something.
Right,
Yep.
and if they're
You
squirming
youngsters,
all around.
you youngsters miss so much.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was around when we had the banana seat, but that gear shift thing, that's bizarre.
Mm.
The Billy bar, that's bizarre also. I've
But
never seen
you
anything
also
like that.
think about, like the 10-speed bikes now and 12-speed bikes and and things that that they have now or not just now but that they come
All
up
started
with.
from that.
Yeah.
That is, I wonder if we could find a picture of one of these, if anybody, what are these called? Uh,
Just type in in your image bar 3-speed bicycle.
3-speed bicycle. See, those are going to be all modern, though. They don't
All
go
right.
back that far
All right,
unless
then
I'm
change it
specific.
from 3-speed bicycle to vintage 3-speed bicycle.
Mhm.
I'm gonna drive you home. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if we could find one of these suckers. I want to see one with the Billy bar. That is so. So remember these bikes? These are like the racing bikes where you're actually way down. That's kind of close to a Billy bar, but not nothing like the Billy
It
bar.
looks
That's
like a
crazy.
Schwinn.
Yeah.
Mhm. Those were the bikes. That was the bike to have, you know.
Schwinns were, yeah.
Schwinn, yeah, the Schwinns, yeah, those were good bikes. Oh my god, that one looks like a motorcycle.
I had a bicycle when I was a kid, and the handlebars was made like a half steering wheel.
What?
Seriously.
They changed things.
I gotta see one. I have to see one. And oh, here's one right here. It's God, it's a bad angle. What the heck? Oh, that has the shifter. Oh, what the heck? That seat looks like it's got
Damn,
velour on
Kathy, I
it.
think we started something here.
I think so.
Oh my god. I grew up with bikes. Bikes are a big part of my life. Not that I ever had anything fancy, but I worked on my own bike growing up, and I rode my bike everywhere. But seeing a bike like that is bizarre. I need another picture of one. Oh gosh, that is crazy. Sears. This one's called a Sears Spider Vintage.
Yeah, I remember those.
Oh my god.
When I was married to my first husband, there was a Schwinn bike shop right down at the end of the road. And
What in the world?
oh, I'll tell you, you couldn't afford. I mean, you had to have had money to buy a Schwinn.
Yeah.
Yes, they're expensive. Look at this thing. It is all the back tires kind of it's blown out, but this one had. They're calling this a 10-speed.
Yeah,
10-speed with Billy bars popped up just after dinner.
a 10-speed.
Whoa! Look at it at this angle. Look at that.
Almost like the wonders of a child, eh, Kathy?
I know. I was just sitting thinking about foot speed and leg
Whoa.
speed. How fast can your fucking little legs? I mean, you're pedaling your ass. You're pedaling your legs off to give your ass a ride. You know.
This thing looks like a freaking very aerodynamic, futuristic bike. To me, it does.
Where?
It's just the way it's made. It's like
The one you
the
got
frame.
in
Look at
the little banana bike there that you're showing.
Yeah.
That
Look
was
at the
the
frame.
norm back in the day.
Look at the
I'm
frame.
trying-
How it's got all those tubes running through it.
Susie, aliens didn't ride the bike.
I know, but it's like it's. You know how all the cars look spacey and way back then. They were rounded and they were very smooth. This reminds me of something like that.
Well, I mean, back in them days, you could tell one car from another. You can't do that anymore half-heartedly. They all look alike.
That is so crazy.
Ain't that the damn truth? Some of them you're like, wait a minute. Because sometimes I'm looking at them and I'm like,
Sorry.
What kind of car is that?
This is what I'm looking at. I know they do all look the same.
Well, and then like Chris said back in the day, all you had to do is glance. And if they did something wrong, you could tell the cops it was, what kind of make and model it was. Because
What?
there was no problem in
Mm-hmm.
seeing what it was.
They
And
had the
now,
emblems on the front. Now you can take the emblems off, and you can put
well, you
other
could take
stuff
them off
there.
then too, if you wanted.
But
Yeah,
nobody
just
did
let pose
really.
somebody.
That thing is freaking bizarre. This would have been a really cool bike to have as a kid. Oh my god! I bet it's heavy too. It looks heavy.
No,
No, they weren't that bad.
no.
They
You could have
couldn't been
picked.
that heavy. Kids were riding them.
Well,
Yeah. So was
you
it
could.
aluminum?
Well, you pick them up and then you hang them up on your garage wall if you wanted.
This big?
Um,
Look at all the tubes going through the frame. I've never seen a frame like that. That's crazy.
oh my god!
There's so many tubes. Look, it's not a one solid frame. It's like three. Two on top, two on the bottom. That's four.
Now
Going
see,
through the.
you're looking back at that stuff. It's kind of like when I was introduced to computers. Like what?
Yeah,
Really?
Oh my god.
They
I'm
can do
still
what?
that way. I'm
That's
still that way when
freaking.
it comes to computers. I don't know shit about them.
You just have to use them and just keep using them to figure it out.
And the funny thing is when I was going to school, they had just started, about teaching about computers and stuff like that. And they used to tell us, you need to learn this because this is going to be the future.
Mm-hmm.
I was more worried about going out in the study hall and smoking a joint between classes.
And girls, I bet. What's this?
When I went to school, it's kind of like, we didn't have electric typewriters.
No, we
No.
No,
And,
take that back now. It did have the IBM roller,
well,
but
I
you
don't.
you had to have serious money to have one of those.
But in school, when you went to typing, when I went to typing class, no, it didn't work.
See, there's not very many real photos of a bike with the Billy Bar. I've only found that one so far. Look at this one.
Oh, there you
That's what I
go.
was talking about.
There you go.
That's what you were talking about, huh? It's kind of blurry, the picture, but
So that's a girl's bike.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is a cool little bike. What is all that stuff in the back? What is this? That's a shadow.
That was so they wouldn't fall over.
What? So there was no kickstand. That was the kickstand, that bar right there?
It was a training bike.
Wow. I wish it was clearer, the photo. Darn it. Here's a kid on one right here. He's like, woohoo!
Excuse me.
$49 for that. That's bizarre, that Billy Bar and the gear shifter.
Turn the Billy Bar.
And I've never, that's like art to me. That
Now
looks like
there's
art.
the bike that has the back wheels bigger than the front.
This, which one? This one right here? This in the ad?
No, go back up.
Oh,
right
this
there.
one, this one.
The-
This
no,
one.
over. Right there.
This-
The
this
second one. Oh, no, the other one next to it.
Oops. Oh, what happened?
What the hell did you do,
I
girl?
don't know. I just, what the heck? Okay, so
Not that there.
This one.
Now look at it.
So that was the right what I was seeing in the ad, huh? The back
They
wheel is bigger than
even
the
had
front.
rise letter tires back in for bicycles.
This is
That back
Grand
tire
Tour.
was what was called a slick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's slick, yeah. 'Cause
I
it
don't
is,
remember. I don't remember what it was called.
The-
You know.
You can't tell me that doesn't look futuristic right there. Look at this thing that covers the chain.
Yes, chain
Chain
guard.
guard. Yeah,
Keep
the
you from
chain
getting your
guard.
pants leg caught up in the chain.
Yeah.
Look at how it looks like a freaking muffler pipe.
And if you didn't have
Oh.
a chain guard, you tied your pant leg. You tied
The
something
rubber
around
band,
so,
right? Around
yeah.
your ankle. This, but she doesn't have the billy bar, but it has the gear shifter.
Well, they didn't put billy bars on all of them. Matter of fact, they really didn't put them on a lot of them.
Does that say
So
gremlin?
the billy bar wasn't the norm.
Just looks like an exhaust pipe. Look at that, how that looks. That thing is freaking crazy cool looking.
We used to take playing cars with old wooden clothes
Yeah.
and put them across the back so it sounded like you was driving when you was riding down the road.
Yeah.
Did you do it with the clothesline? We call that what?
Yeah, the old wooden clothespins.
Clothespin. Yeah,
Yeah.
clothespins. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to put the card.
This bike right here, if you put a motor in it to go an automatic, this would be a freaking awesome bike to ride. Put a little motor in it and have it go. Why don't they bring this bike back? This bike is cool.
Hell, why don't they bring a lot of shit back?
I know. Well, you just got to give somebody an idea with a ton of money and they're bored. They want.
See,
something
not
to
everybody
invest in.
finds that as fascinating as you do. Most people would
Right.
turn their nose up at that.
Really,
Yeah.
this thing is freaking bizarre and amazing, and I'm blown away by it. Looking
Well,
at
see,
it.
you're kind of blown away by it, but it's kind of like the men that they loved vintage cars or whatever,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Right, and me too, because we rode in them. But the younger guys, they've never rode in them before, so they want to get them just because they're old or whatever.
No, but this I appreciate the frame, the way it's built. I mean, I can only imagine the performance on this bike.
Well,
I
you
bet
can
it's
actually
smooth.
find a bike like that for sale, Susie. You can find them. You just got to look.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy.
Now, see, if my father was alive and he knew you and you said, "Oh, I'd like to have one," he would build one like that for you.
Oh my God, he knew how to
He
build
would.
this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That's
what
crazy.
my dad would do that.
I've never seen a frame. The frame is just is amazing. I've never seen a frame like that. Because they're just all standard now, right? The frames, they all look the same, but this frame, it's got curves, and look at the colors, the transition in the color, and oh my God,
Got curves.
it does. Look at all the cool curves in there. It's not just flat and like it's got. I bet it drives really smooth.
Oh,
It looks like it's a really nice drive.
sounded like a man talking about a woman. Oh, it's got curves, and she's not flat, and I could ride her really well.
Oh my God. I just noticing all these things, these bikes. See, these bikes, they're just how they're made nowadays. They're just.
Like I said, Kathy, I think we started something here.
Uh-huh. Now,
No,
see, bikes like that, I would have had to get on something to get on that bike.
here's a cute little bike for you, Kathy. Look, this is a perfect bike. It has a little basket. I think that's adorable.
Now that would be nice to ride. I mean, for the kids,
Yeah,
for the younger kids.
that looks like a nice smooth ride too.
And look at the little basket you could buy.
Mhm.
Like if I was to ride that to the store, not
Mhm.
me. I'm just saying me.
You could
For
put your
instance.
bread,
Yeah, a little
bread and
grocery.
fruit, or a picnic. You could put your sandwiches back there in a little lunch bag and go to the
Let me
park.
tell you, if I'm going to go to a picnic, I'm not going by myself, and I ain't riding that damn bike to a picnic. If they're going to ride in the car and make me ride a bike to the picnic, I'm staying home.
I would ride this bike to
Susie,
the park.
You want to see something wild?
What? Yes.
Type in Honda Kick and Go.
Okay. What is that? What is that? Oh my god! Look at this yellow one. What is
In the
that?
70s, if you bought a new Honda motorcycle, they gave you one of those.
What? That
And
thing
it's called
is.
a Kick and Go.
What is that bar for?
That's
In the
what you
back.
kick to go. You put your
You
foot
kick-
on it. It's like a pump.
What? What? It's got 3 wheels.
Oh my God, she's
Wow, look at that. Oh, wow. It's simple, too. Oh my god, how cute. These things are the cutest things ever. See? Oh my god, I love that. Oh, here's a blue one. Ooh, look at the paint job on that one. Those wheels, though, they're not, they look like for children's toys, those wheels.
wagons.
There, thank you. Why? Oh, here's a better one. That one's a little better. A little more sturdy.
That one there is a little more modern.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute. Look at this red one. God, it's so small, the picture. I've never seen one of those. I want to see someone using it. I need to see it.
Well, to me, that front bar would be a little bit too high.
Yeah, you didn't sit on it, you stood on it.
Uh-huh.
You could lower the bar, can't you? A little bit? No? I don't see a way to adjust the height
Well,
of
no,
that
her
bar.
legs wouldn't have been long enough to kick them.
What?
Oh my God.
That thing is crazy looking. This one's cool. This looks like a little grasshopper. I've never seen one of these.
Aren't they nice though? They're
Th-
cute.
This would be great through the park, all concreted.
Mhm.
It's not for off-road. It's definitely for just a hard surface. That thing, it has a brake. So seriously, you kick that, you stand on it, and with one leg you push it back and pump it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you go.
That is so. Did you ever have one? Any of you?
I
Did
did.
you have one? You had one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say, personally, no. At my house, we did not have one, but my cousin had one.
That thing is the neatest thing. It's simple. There's nothing complicated about it. You could fix it easy. Just, there's really nothing hard to, doesn't take rocket science to replace a part.
Well, and pretty much, if your bike messed up, you as a kid could fix it pretty much.
Yeah.
You learned it.
We were taught. I can fix my own bike. These things are cool. This would be fun through the neighborhood. I gotta see a video of someone riding one of these
Well,
videos.
go to YouTube. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I bet you'll find a video on YouTube, somebody riding a kick and go.
Oh, they're tiny. Oh my god, I'd break one of these. Look at how small that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see.
Well.
Okay, here we go. Look at how small. Okay, can't miss Kathy. Would that be too small for you?
Yep, unfortunately.
So they're only made for kids then, right? They don't make them in adult sizes.
Well,
No, they
um,
did. That's just a small one.
Is he gonna write? Okay, he's gonna write
The
it.
ones you got from Honda were a little bit bigger than that.
How cool is that? Oh, look at how it turns. Look at the dynamics of
okay.
the body. Whoa.
It's like she just discovered America.
Look at how so it doesn't just fall over when you're like off balance a little bit. It gives the wheels.
Yeah.
That is so freaking cool.
But when you're a young girl, as I, and being a little bit on the shorter side, you know, sometimes that could be, a hard thing to do.
70s ads. Oh my god, how cute! Really?
Look at that.
It's a
Oh,
horrible film.
I have one. My granddaddy bought me a little Honda 50, and they gave him one of those to go with the bike.
I've never seen one of
And
these.
so, and I never rode the thing. I was riding that little Honda 50. I wasn't worried about the kick and go.
That would have been so much fun. If I would have had one of these growing up, I would have had so much fun with that.
And the kick and go, really, if you think about it, it's just an expression because they're not kicking it, really.
No, you're actually, well,
You're pumping it. It's not
Yeah.
more of a foot
pump and
pump.
go.
Yeah, pumping.
It's pump and go.
Well,
That is
think about pumping.
that is bizarre. Oh, thanks, Chris. That was awesome.
A whole new world.
Oh my god, what was before that? Anything interesting? That's crazy. Now I know what those things are called if I ever see one. It is crazy cool. There's one with just
Yeah,
two
I can
wheels.
hear her now in an antique shop. Walks up on one.
It's too small for me though. They don't make them big enough. That's too bad. I would ride that down the street if it was bigger. I just
said
needed
they
to see.
did make some that were bigger.
Did they? I just needed to see
Yeah.
the.
I mean, not the ones that Honda passed out, but they did make some, that same style that were bigger.
Oh my god, that is crazy. It kind of looks like a floor jack. It's kind of the same
Same principle.
shape. Yeah. That is crazy. Because a scooter nowadays, the thing, I've actually tried to ride a scooter and it's so hard and it doesn't give. It's just stiff. You're just like on this stiff thing. It's not fun at all. This thing looks like because it's like a spider front. Like the front wheels, they're like, what is it, front wheel drive or whatever was it called? Where the tires go up and down. I can't explain it.
All right, here's you another one.
All right.
All right, type in vintage Schwinn scooter.
Oh.
You remember them, don't you, Kathy?
Oh my God.
Whoa. That thing, all it needs is a seat. And it's, wow.
Yeah, you didn't sit on them, you stood up on them.
Oh my God.
Well, the reason I said that because remember that Schwinn shop that I said? They had their old Schwinns, and they would have them in the window.
See, and that one there, you didn't kick and go, you just used your foot.
Yeah. But look at that thing. Look at the pipes. Look at the shape of the frame.
Oh. Good.
Oh. They look like a motorcycle almost. Oh, look at this. What? Look at that! That thing is freaking cool looking.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
Do you ever ride in a? Do you ever ride in a tandem bike?
Yes, it's really hard. Oh my god! If the front driver doesn't lean the same way, you guys can fall over easy. It's funny though. It's so fun. This thing is bizarre. It's on Amazon. $250 for that. That would be a smooth ride though. Just kicking your feet. That looks like a smooth ride.
The bicycle built for two.
That's crazy. Look at this. What's that? That's not vintage. It's got pegs in the front for a friend. What is that?
I'll have to say I don't remember seeing that one before.
I don't either, so that's a new one on me.
This one looks like one of those ones that goes with motion, like back and forth. If you like rock back and forth, maybe this red one right here.
So if you're on one side and I'm on the other, we both have to do it at the same time?
I don't even know what the heck that bar in the front is for. Your knees?
No.
It's got pegs in the front, like you could like have someone standing on it in front of you.
Well, they've had those
or it's for
before where
tricks.
you could, where if you sat on, yeah, you could stand on those pegs.
This one has a seat. Oh, this is electric. This is an electric scooter.
Oh, the original mopeds.
You're probably right. Oh my god. See, this one looks like it's sturdy and strong, made good.
So Schwinn also made a motorized scooter.
That is freaking cool. That's a nice comfy seat. I would definitely sit on that seat.
Well,
nice
yeah.
big saddle seat.
Well,
these are cool. Here's another one, like you said, the original scooter. Look, it's got a little basket. That's cute.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, back in the days, early years, a lot of people had bikes. That's the way, pretty much a lot of them, because they couldn't afford the cars. Cars were expensive back then. So they would get a bike and they would ride a bike. Everybody was riding bikes to the store.
Look at this 2-stroke scooter, race scooter. Look at that bad boy. That was fashioned. That was that you can see the welds on that. They put this thing together. Oh, the whole frame is welded.
It's like a motorcycle.
Yeah, that was a hang on your grass scooter.
They extended the frame. You can see the welds here, and they placed it in 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody built that.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, look at the chains. Motorcycle.
That's crazy. That's a thick chain. That's a darn thick chain.
My ex-husband had a
what good are those brakes?
Belt made out of chain.
Oh, really?
And
that's cool.
Yeah, but here in Ohio, if you wore those, you had to make sure that it could be seen. You couldn't have your shirt over it when he wore it. And he liked to wear it because he knew the cops knew he had it, so he would wear it and then put a shirt over it just to cause trouble.
Because they fought with those,
I watched a video just before I came up here to see you, where these guys took 8 go-kart motors and built a V8 engine and put it on a go-kart.
Really? That sounds great.
Now, if you want to see that, The name of the channel is Cameras and Cars.
Oh. This one's called the Stingray. That's a beautiful
Oh,
scooter.
Stingray. They had a lot of Stingrays.
That's a beautiful scooter.
Or
It
Cars and Cameras.
looks well made
Yeah.
too. That is so neat looking.
Did you say it was a dick weld?
No, I didn't
Oh, I
say
thought you.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Really? That's what I heard. I was just.
You always hear shit like that.
Look at this one. What the heck? That's crazy. Can you imagine seeing someone riding down the street with that? I would totally be like, hey, come here. Come here.
I bet you would. You'd be in jail because some old ladies calling me to come over, and Mom.
Look at how high that splash guard is compared to the wheel. Look at how high that is.
Next thing you know, everybody will be walking around seeing Susie B's picture on a poster.
Oh. I've never
And
thought I
ask
had.
questions.
This is a new fascination for me. I never thought I'd react this to
I never thought you'd react to this.
I'm surprised by myself reacting like this because they're so bizarre looking and cool.
Well, some of them, yeah, because some of them are where somebody's created them. Because some of them I haven't seen
There's
either.
one motorized scooter.
Which one? This one down here?
No, going up. Going up. Yeah, that one right there.
That's a beautiful little thing. That's a cute. I wouldn't drive this thing. It's too cute.
Oh, I would.
You would?
Yeah.
I need something more rugged
Oh,
looking.
nice and pink.
Well, the thing I'm not particularly crazy about the pink, but I would ride something like that. I mean, my son won't let me get a golf cart to ride around town.
Why? They're safe. They're really easy.
Well, because they're not street legal, and if I wanted to run on the golf cart just to go to the grocery store,
yeah.
and the grocery store is not far away, and I think that I'm going to buy me one, whether he likes it or not, and then I'm going to call the police and say, could you come to my house, please? I got a problem. And then I'm going to have
2 over from that.
Where?
To the left.
This red one?
Yeah.
You can make a golf cart in street legal, just mirrors and get the registration plate for it.
Well,
What do you think of that?
That's a crazy frame right there. Look at that frame. What's the hole for? What's that donut for?
Well,
it's just the way they made the frame.
Yeah, I was going
to
to
make
say
it sturdy, right? It's got to have to do with the performance.
It's decorative in a lot of ways too.
But it's centered to where that's where your weight is at, maybe, and it absorbs the impact. Maybe there's no shocks on that. Nothing.
I haven't seen shocks on any of these things.
That's so crazy. Oh, remember these? Remember the handlebars with the little gel?
Yeah.
The little gel rivet kind of, and they were squishy, so they made for your hands, so your hands don't hurt. Yeah, the hand grips. Remember they're like
you
they got
pop
like
them
ribs.
off.
They're ribbed. They're like ribbed.
For your pleasure.
Yes.
Damn, Kathy.
And I meant for comfort.
Right.
Yeah, we know what you meant.
I like that the other little scooter, that the kickback.
Kick and go.
Kick and go. That thing is cool. See, I've seen people driving around here with
that by the time I ended my driveway. Of Quiet, Chris. Oh, I like that bike.
Oh,
Which one? Which one?
Okay. Okay, where's your mouse?
In the middle of the screen right here.
Okay, now go. Okay, there's that little star one, right?
Uh-huh.
The red star one.
Okay.
Underneath it. Go down.
Oh, that one?
That one.
The Whizzer. Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, look at that.
Isn't this modeled after the military bike? Almost?
It looks something like that. Looks like radar would have wrote it.
Wait, this has a belt. This has a belt and a chain. That's for the motor, though, huh?
yeah, it's a little
Maybe-
two-stroke.
What the heck?
Maybe you could switch it to pedal or motorize.
Well,
Okay,
pedals
so
how you got them started.
So
Uh-huh.
so when you don't pedal and the motor's on, that belt is running your back tire forward.
And the pedal, did you hear what Chris said?
The pedal
You
what?
use the pedal to start the motor.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You pedal
That
it.
has like a kick, like a, you push it down, or you're lying, you're messing with me.
No,
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 that's
that's
how you started them.
that's why I was kidding. You'd either pedal it or you kick it into motor. But no, but that's what you do is you pedal it until it starts.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
The big white walls. I like the white walls. The paint color is nice. Look at that seat.
Yeah.
So this
looks
was the gas
comfortable.
can, huh? Right here. This was your little fuel.
Well,
That was the gas tank.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, what gives you that idea for the gas? Of course, honey, it's the gas.
Yeah, that's the gas tank.
Yeah.
That is neat. What's this little
Kind of reminds
for?
me when I took my 5-year-old to the museum.
Oh,
What's this?
I'm
Oh,
all
look at that!
all the little gadgets and
I can't
gears.
believe how big that dinosaur is. Look at his teeth. Why is his arm so short? And it's like, Grandpa, why? Why are they like that?
Oh, hi, E.
That one flied?
Thank you.
Flied. I said flied.
Isn't
as
that
a child.
that's a cool bike?
As a child. You mean that one flied instead of flew?
Thank you, E. Good to see you. Have a good night at work. Yeah, that looks like a military bike to me too. I thought that was a military bike. But there's so many things on it. Like, I don't think the military bikes had all this stuff. Did it?
No, and they were green.
Yeah, they were green. I've seen those. They're cool looking. Can you imagine touching your ankle to that pipe? Oh, God, that would hurt.
I don't have to imagine.
No.
Oh,
No.
my God.
It was hot.
Yeah, that I've never had a motorbike like this. Never. That would be cool.
Days gone by.
Oh my God. See, now this is that thing that we saw. I think that you have to, like, it's a motion one where you go side to side and I think it goes. This thing.
Tune in next week for when Susie B finds out what balloons were really used for.
Ew. That
Or
would be very
when the
uncomfortable.
toilet seat finally got into your house and you didn't have to shit in your backyard.
Oh my gosh. That frame on this bike scooter thing. What's it
Yeah,
called? The
I
shred
couldn't
rider?
tell you anything about that because I don't know. I've never seen one before.
I gotta see that guy's on one right here. I'm pretty sure it's your motion. What the heck is this?
Well, see if you can find. Oh, what the?
It looks like
Somebody took a fender from a Volkswagen and
right.
put on a little Briggs and
Yeah.
Stratton go-kart.
I was gonna say it
Look how
looks like.
cute.
I was gonna say it looked like a fender.
It does with
It
one
is.
big
It's a
light.
Volkswagen fender.
It's Volkswagen. It's made by. Look at. Oh, that
And it's
thing's
a little
cool.
pop iron mini bike with a Briggs and Stratton motor on it.
That's freaking.
Now look
cool.
at the seat on that thing, Susie.
Where do your feet go? Oh, right here. Okay, right here.
Well,
What?
Well, that's the way they're supposed to go, but I don't know if my feet would fit there.
You gotta
But anyway,
straddle.
but look at that seat.
You gotta straddle the fender. I gotta see somebody writing that. What is this called? The fender's a vintage Volkswagen Beetle.
See?
It's called a Volkspod scooter. What? Is anybody right? Oh my god, they're cute. These are so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I have to say this is the first time I've seen one.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen one too, so.
That's freaking cool. They
Very
look like a little
interesting.
bug, like a snail or a little bug. I would totally paint it like a bug. It would look like a little bug.
Well, it was a Volkswagen Bug. Came from.
Right. So it is from a Volkswagen part. It's from the Beetle. Or oh
Yeah,
my
Beetle Bug.
God. That's so cute. I gotta
Touch
see
Bug
someone
green,
writing it.
Touch Bug blue.
Oh, a sidecar. They used to
I took a
wrap
little Western Flyer wagon and made a sidecar.
Susie, you could drive it, and I can get the little
We'll put
sidecar.
a nice little cushion in there for you. It
That would
needs
be
a
a
shell.
sight.
No,
Yeah.
it needs a shell. It needs a shell.
Could you imagine
That is
seeing
cool.
Susie driving it around, and I'm in the sidecar?
That's what I say. That would be a sight.
It looks like a radio fire wagon, though, don't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. I think that's what they used.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, look at how small it is.
Well.
That thing's tiny. Is there a video?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there like a one size fits all, or most, or in my case, most?
Gosh darn it! I was all excited. See it now. I know I can't ride one. I'm just too big for one of these. Darn
No,
it!
you're not.
Look at this guy on it. Unless he's like 6 foot tall.
Well, he could have been, but you know.
Do they have any videos of this thing? Mini bike Volkswagen Beetle mini bike. Let me see. Volkswagen
Started something, Chris.
Beetle mini bike. Mini bike. Okay, let's look for videos.
Hello, Roger.
I gotta see. Hi, Roger. Hi,
Howdy,
Rochelle.
Roger.
I'm being too loud. Okay, here. Does this show somebody driving one? That kid's putting it together. Oh, they're building this.
Well, if they're building it, maybe they're going to write it afterwards. Maybe you ought to click on one and see at the end if they're writing it.
Well, this kid right here, he's remodeling it. The first picture that I don't want to go to
Screw
Facebook.
that shit.
Where's the
People
YouTube
won't sit
video?
on your Facebook.
Yeah, screw Facebook, stupid people. Not the people in it, but the people that
I don't do Facebook.
Me either. Let's see. Do we have a YouTube?
I'm on Facebook, though.
Oh, that thing's beautiful. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. Look at how pretty, black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
John Player Special. That's beautiful. Oh, it's got some leaves painted on it. I like the blue and green one though. Oh, this is it's narrow.
Well, of course it is.
It looked wide, didn't it, from the other one?
No, but it's like a fender.
It is
Yeah,
a
but
fender.
No,
this
but
is
what I'm saying is like a fender. I mean, it's not used
it's
as a fender
oh,
there. So what I'm
oh,
saying, okay, so yeah,
that's
it's not going to
cool.
be wide.
These are cool looking freaking scooters. Mini bike. Oh
Are they
my
making
god.
those now where like you could purchase one?
I don't know. See, nobody's riding one in this video. But those are gorgeous. Look at the paint job and the. Oh my god. I've never seen it. Oh, it's the little character on the cartoon,
Mhm.
the little yellow guy with the one eye. Uh,
Yeah,
how cute. Oh my god. See, these would be great by the coast at the beach. Just riding these around on the sidewalk, maybe if they
hmm,
let you. Oh my
yeah.
god, how cool are those? Oh, that one's nice and covered, everything. You're not going to burn yourself. That looks like a lawnmower motor.
It is. It's a Briggs and Stratton motor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This is Goodyear on it. On the paint job. That's beautiful paint job.
Mhm.
That is cool. I've never seen anybody like riding one of these or anywhere in my life ever.
I
I,
can honestly say I haven't either.
I would
Hmm.
have definitely stopped them and asked questions. I gotta see someone riding one though. Let's see. Here's. Let's see if this guy. Where is this? This is YouTube.
Click to the end or click closer to the end and see if they're riding it.
Okay, but it's point of view though. He's not showing. He's got his phone clocking the speed.
Hmm.
Ugh,
18 miles an hour, 19.
yeah, 20 miles an hour is the top speed, but batteries are low.
But isn't it funny how it seems a little faster when it looks like you're riding it?
Yeah, is that the coast? Is he gonna drive off the cliff? Oh, I wanted to see you ride it, buddy. How cute that little car!
It's a Miata.
Is that a Mazda Miata? Oh, I would have liked to see you on it.
I want to see you ride. I
I
want
want to
you to
see.
see you ride that thing.
How many times you heard that in your life, Kathy?
Oh,
Oh,
maybe once.
uh-oh, my screen is frozen.
I was just saying video
Maybe.
of riding one of them, you know?
Yeah, I'll go back. I just had to refresh gotta go back and reshare the screen. I gotta find someone writing that. Have to,
Damn,
why is
what a
it
can of worms we've opened here.
It's frozen now. It won't let me scroll up or down unless my mouse is not working.
You can't
Why?
go up there to the Google.
Okay, I just refreshed the page. Okay.
Oh Lord. I don't think that I'm going to be riding that little bike. You're going to be in the in the seat.
Oh, they took one to a show. He's probably not gonna ride it. There's a
Take
lot of
one.
them. How
Oh my God!
cute!
Look at that! Look at that blue one behind them.
Was that a Schwinn electric bike? What is that? That blue bike is cool. I agree. Very cool. Look at how little that thing is. Looks
Oh,
like a
it's a
little
little air cool
lawnmower.
Wisconsin engine on that one.
Wow. Look at how cute that thing is. It looks like it's guts. Like it's little guts. Like it's a snail.
Fucking hell.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
Look at how weird that looks.
Yeah, you pedal those.
Those are crazy looking. That's cute. The all black underneath and then the pink on top. I like that.
That's an electric bike.
That is the coolest thing ever. That green one is shiny. RTJM bikes. That is cool, but it's so small.
You don't
Those-
need nothing real big.
Don't those look like futuristic bikes? Volkspod.
Yeah.
Oh, are these guys riding one? Yes!
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's upside down.
All right. This is good. This is neat. How big is this guy? Oh, he's probably like 4 foot tall. It's like all big for him.
Stop making fun of short people.
But he looks perfect on it. Okay, look here. Here he's riding one right here.
Reminds me of Randy Newman.
So,
You remember Randy Newman, don't you?
no.
Yeah, he wrote a song back in the 70s called Short People.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. I remember standing and doing dishes. Billy comes up and says, "Ma,
That's crazy.
I want you to hear a song." And I go, "What?" And he's playing it. Short people got no reason to live. And I'm like, get out of here.
Look at how small the wheel is. Oh my god.
That was my son, Billy. Smart ass.
I'm gonna give him a like for watching this video. That's in Manila. That is so cute. The first ones that we saw though, they were way bigger. Way bigger. They were wider. The first ones.
I don't know. They just probably looked that way from the viewer.
It's
Maybe.
an optical delusion.
Delusion. That thing is cool looking. I can't believe that. Oh my god, look at this.
Put a finger on the go-kart.
I like that little go-kart.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, I want it.
What is those? Are those for your feet?
Carburetors.
Those are carbs?
Yeah.
These
Are they for
things?
Are they for your feet?
Where do your feet go?
I mean, are you
Right
gonna?
here.
I mean, think about it, Susie. Now think. Why would they be for your feet? Are you gonna set the seat and spread your legs that far?
I don't know.
What exactly are you saying you do on them?
This makes me
That
want
thing
to
here
buy
is
it.
made strictly for speed.
That thing looks cool, doesn't it? Because look at the tires. Those are what did you call them earlier? The flat something?
Slicks.
Slicks.
Those are racing slicks.
Wow. That is the coolest. These look bigger and wider for some reason. I think it's the angle.
So that'd be the one I'd want to see a YouTube video of.
Now, can you
The
imagine?
go-kart.
Can
This
you
one?
imagine parking 4 of them, like in like one, and then like 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and it almost looked like the fenders of a Volkswagen.
This is it right here. I wonder if they have a video of it.
I like that.
Let's see. Oh, it's a.
I'd like to have one, but I'd like to have the tires have a little tread on them, though.
That is a cool looking machine.
I mean, I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to go to the, ride to the store and can't stop and end up in the store.
Your brakes are right here.
Man, you can't bring that in here. Well, I didn't know if you had a cart that I could ride. If you give me a minute, I'll get my shopping done and leave.
You can get your shopping done quick in this. El Deca Studio. Oh, so this is where these are the foot pedals, where you put your feet. That thing is cool looking.
Looks like it's got a 2-cylinder boxer engine on it.
It's clean. That's clean looking. Oh, here's from the top view. Wow! Look at that thing. That's beautiful. Oh my God. That's beautiful.
Wait a minute. Go back up. I mean, down. No, other way. There you go. Hold it.
Okay, right here.
I was trying to see the price there. The price came a minute ago.
Did it?
Yeah, scroll back down. Fucking ain't gonna show it now.
Maybe I triggered the price somewhere.
No, that damn advertisement popped up over top of it.
Oh. Let me zoom out. Yeah, those are all ads. You were talking about that, maybe T-Mobile popping up. That thing is cool looking. That would be neat for a kid, huh? 13-year-old maybe. 15.
I could ride it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's a beautiful craftsmanship there. That's just beautiful. I don't know about the tires. The tires are a little, but the body looks just awesome.
Again, it's a Volkswagen fender. It looks like they took and cut two of them, cut two of them up and put them together to make one.
And they fabricated the light for the center, huh? Because that one looks whiter than the others. That's a gorgeous looking.
Yeah, a little bit of work went into that.
But you know what? It looks narrow right here. It looks like a regular size, though. But on the top view, it looks wider. Maybe it's the...
Well, that's that optical illusion thing we were just talking about.
Yeah, because it looks pretty narrow right here. That's a cool looking vehicle. That's freaking cool. See what you got me into, Chris? Looking at...
I know.
Thought...
Blame me. Hell, I'm always singled out for blame.
No, it's a good thing though. This is a good experience. I've never seen anything like these. Like where are they at? It makes me want to go out in the town and go looking for them. That would be so cool. They're little though. Okay, let's go back to this page. So many different ones. What else do you got in your?
Wait a minute. What? Going up.
Ooh, look at that. There you go, Miss Kathy. On fire. Straight into the grocery store with that. And you can't really fall over on this. Look at how wide the tires are. You probably could, but it'd be hard though, right?
Kathy, do you remember the banana splits?
Yep.
Remember the little Baja buggies they used to ride?
Yep. Yep.
That thing's cool.
I'll go back. I want to see something.
Hi, Rashad. Sorry I didn't say hi to you when you came in. Which one? Go back.
Yeah. Where is it?
Look at these people on theirs. They're full-grown adults. Oh, see, those
okay.
are wide. What?
Yeah. And then right there where your fingers. Yeah, right there.
This one?
Yeah. Look at that. Like a little doom buggy, isn't it?
Yeah. This is before they're putting it together. See that?
All right, so you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Susie?
Mm-hmm.
All right, type in the banana splits.
Oh, I swallowed that one. Oh. The banana splits. What is that? Is this Chuck E. Cheese?
No, it's actually a kid show from the 60s.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So, and they used to ride around on these little Baja buggies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bingle, Dinkle, Drooper, and Snort.
I couldn't remember their names.
Bingle, Dinkle, Drooper, and Snort.
Yeah.
Was Snort the elephant?
Obviously.
Those kind of look like scary. They look scary right here.
Okay, so you need to broaden the search a little bit. Buggies. Put buggies on the end of your search.
Buggies. What? Hey, I've seen these before. These are those all-terrain vehicles, right?
Yeah.
What the heck are those?
Aren't they cute?
Yeah, they're 6-wheel Baja buggies.
Oh my god. These guys used to ride around in these?
Uh-huh.
Banana buggy. What the heck? Oh, that's crazy. What year was this?
Probably somewhere between 69 and 72.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sure YouTube would have it.
Look
Where
at
you could
this
watch them riding around on it. Get them.
Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la.
La, la.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Watching it.
I ain't never seen that before. That was before my time, just a few years.
Well, of course.
Was there a cartoon of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a regular TV show. So that was a cartoon, but the TV show was actually people in costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ones you've
my
seen
God.
riding the buggies.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
those are toys. So like these guys right here.
Like if you go to
Yeah,
YouTube and
yeah.
you could type in the banana split, you know, show or something like that.
Yeah, the banana split show. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's where they're going down the slide. That's the opening.
Wow.
And who are the characters? Who are the people in the costumes? Do you know?
I don't remember if I didn't know.
I don't
Hanna
guess I ever
Barbara.
knew that. I just knew what the character names were.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1, 1968 Madness. Oh, I can see how that would be entertaining.
No, we didn't have a whole lot of. We didn't have a whole big choices either at that time.
Yeah, that would be fun to watch. I think as a kid, I think I would probably enjoy watching
I
that.
mean, yeah, you had Captain Kangaroo and Yeah.
with my cereal in the morning, and
Well, we weren't allowed to eat in front of the
oh,
TV.
oh, did we eat in front of the TV?
It was a big deal if we were allowed to take our food into the living room.
You know, Kathy, I was thinking about this earlier. Exactly what you said. When big families, when they sat down to eat, that's the only place that they ate.
Mhm.
We eat at the computer nowadays, right? I do.
Right.
And everywhere else but the dining table.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big thing back then. To see your parents eating anywhere else but the dining table would be very rare and would never happen, ever.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that.
Nowadays, most kids would look at a dining table in a dining room and say, "What's the table doing in here?" You know,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't know that that's what it's for. But
I don't know. I think my favorite cartoons from childhood was Schoolhouse Rock.
yeah,
Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, that was really entertaining to go from uh, a Billy bar to the Volkswagen scooter to this show, Banana Splits.
You've learned a lot, haven't you?
Oh, talk about taking a trip back in time.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get together with a couple old farts.
There's a Banana Splits movie that came out 5
Yeah.
years ago.
yeah. Yeah, they had to have a kids movie, you know. Couldn't.
But it didn't have anything of bananas in there.
Well,
I didn't see any bananas there.
No, that wasn't the point. That's just the name of the characters.
That's weird. Yeah, I didn't see any.
I didn't see a banana one in there. Crap.
Disappointed, aren't you?
I was waiting for the banana. But they didn't eat bananas and nothing.
Where's that banana at?
It sounds like a candy, the Banana Splits.
How could it be a banana split when there's no bananas in there?
Yeah.
So, but I only brought that up to show you the carts, the 6-wheel buggies.
Those all-terrain ones, those are neat. Those are farm vehicles, right? You use them on the farm, and what else are they used for?
You know, when they first started building them, they built them to run out on the Baja.
Yeah.
That's why they call them Baja buggies.
Okay, for the dunes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they will form a dune buggy.
When you go Baja.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I hear Baja.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't get those the kick and go the kick, that thing is crazy, and those old bikes. Oh
Hey Susie, I got an idea.
What?
An idea for your next painting. You can paint a kick and go.
You know what? I actually wouldn't mind. That would be so neat. A vintage painting of one of those Volkswagen things. Those are cute.
I'd say you probably buy one of those.
I think I'm too big for one, though, honestly.
I don't see how that would be. I mean, you're not that big of a girl.
That would be fun, though, riding around the neighborhood and that, just through the neighborhood.
If you keep somebody from stealing it.
Right, or knocking you off of it and stealing it. Especially around here. Now, if I was in Idaho, that would be fun to ride around in. I wouldn't have to worry about that.
From?
I lived there for 9 years. I'm from California. But I left as a teenager.
It sounds like you got out just in time.
I did. I did. I left. My parents relocated to Arizona when I was, I think, 15, 16, some in between. And then I graduated in Arizona. And then my first car I got, I was gone. I was like, screw this town, Kingman. Are you kidding me? There's nothing to do there. And I ended up in Idaho. We were on our way to Alaska, but we didn't quite make it. My ex and I, we split up, and I stayed in Idaho and lived there for 9 years.
And now you're back in the AZ.
Yeah, it drew me back here. And now I'm in freaking Hell's Kitchen. There's a lot of beauty here too, though. I see the beauty here, but the concrete jungle I'm not very fond of.
Well, as much as I've enjoyed this trip back in time,
I was getting ready to say that too, because I gotta go take care of
Yeah,
Lily, and
I should close her down too. It's been almost 4 hours. Wow.
yeah,
Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure being in your company and racing into time like that,
yeah.
reminiscing.
well, we've given you a lot to think about.
I know. I would love to paint one of those little Volkswagen
It's like a
speeder
little
things.
girl and a little kid in a candy store, isn't it?
Oh, I never realized my that I had this much of a passion for bicycles till now.
To, to be honest, I've been really and truly, I've enjoyed your reaction more than I've enjoyed reminiscing.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, me too.
That's overreacting.
I mean, well, because it's like old school to us, and and it was just something that we had, and I mean, yeah, we, as a kid, we enjoyed it. We were so happy we could have had one or whatever,
Mhm.
but I don't see a big woo in it, but you do, and that's what, you know, uh, how you enjoy a child when they first see something, and you're like, oh, they love it.
Mhm. Yeah, that was like a bunch of eye candy. Oh my god, that was so cool.
Well, we'll have to get together and do it again sometime.
Yeah, well, do
Mhm.
find something else to to search out and talk about. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have to think about it, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you guys. Let's thank both of you for your
Yeah.
company.
Absolutely.
All right. Next painting, Volkswagen theme. Shine. The
All right.
mail.
All right, guys, I'm going to go because I got to
Okay.
run to the body.
Okay.
Kathy, have a good day, sweetie.
You too.
Yeah.
Take
You guys have a
care.
good night. Sleep well if you're going to bed.
Yeah, right. All right. See ya.
We'll see you. Good night.
Yeah, I'm in the wind myself. So
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get to bed too. My hubby already closed my door. I'm being too loud.
anyway, thanks for having me up. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you
Absolutely.
very much.
Anytime.
Okay. See you later.
Take care of yourself, sweet dreams. We'll see you in the funny papers.
All right. Look forward to it. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. Whoever's watching, thank you for hanging out with us and going down memory lane to a year that I'm not familiar with, but the cool engineering and the toys that the people had in that year or those years, that age, was just awesome. And it was neat to see that stuff. I liked it. So, are you still there, Rashad? I gave away 5 subscriptions. When was it? Yes, was it early last night? Yesterday? Early morning. everyone. I'll give away another 5 the next show. We'll do a next show. Hopefully, it's going to be maybe painting. I might do a game before that. I'm not sure because I really want to play that Marvel pinball and show everybody how cool that is. And it's going to be my first time playing it. So can't wait to share that if I can get that up and running. But hopefully everybody has a wonderful Thursday. It's almost the end of the week for everyone. So we're almost there to the weekend. And hopefully everybody has a wonderful rest of their week. And great morning, afternoon, and evening to everybody overseas. And have a good night. We'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Oh, push that like button if you had a giggle or a chuckle. I'd appreciate it. Bye-bye.